Alright. So we're gonna stream this. Alright, so we got my dashboard, we got the speed chat that's up, and what I'm going to do now is walk you through this really amazing game created by Technobabylon. It's published by... That's really loud. Let's try turning that down a bit. At a level showing up. I wish I could. Let me try doing this. Okay, so my microphone levels are a little higher than the music. I should probably turn that down a little bit more, just so it doesn't drown out my voice. So this little gem is an adventure game published by Wajidai Games. And it was created by a gentleman by the name of James Dearden, who I follow on Twitter, and he's got a really solid Twitter account, so I suggest you follow it. Currently, this game is during the winter sale, $4 on GOG. It's also on sale on Steam. However, Steam's become a little bit of a time vampire for me, so I'm trying to get people to sort of take a look at goodoldgames.com. It's GOG.com. So, let's see how the sound volume at that level goes. It's really beautiful music, too. So let's go ahead and start a new game.
Looks like you found the place.
You're sure this is the one?
I'm positive. Lala Sesame goes by Mandala in the trance. There's a big gap in the records, and it's shaped exactly like her.
I thought you said he put a lot of effort into it.
They've been hiding her activity, but weren't covering up their own work very well.
If they did, then
How are the headaches?
Won't be a problem for much longer.
You understand the plan?
Don't worry. I know exactly what I'm doing.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
After all, I've been planning this for years.
Dun dun dun. Prisoner of consciousness.
There's nothing like being in trance. A world built of abstracts and intellect, of tangible thought, where every part has been crafted by an individual soul. It's the purest form of contact a person can have, mind to mind. It's the pinnacle of human achievement. Some might say that achievement in the physical world is somehow more meaningful. To them I say, join the future or be surpassed by it. Within the trance, we are millions of minds as one. But even as far as we've come, there's still one serious flaw. Its reliance on the real world as its backbone. And disconnections. Damn. Don't panic. I'll just go and speak to the building manager. It's not like there's anything to be afraid of out there. Let's get this over with.
Open air. Inventory, move mouse to the bottom right corner. So this is where our inventory is. Select trans to disconnect. We also have a mailbox. Let's take a look at what that is. Do I have an option to... get to the options? I do. So game's still a little loud. Let me try messing with the mixer. Volume mixer. Technobabylon. Let's put that at about 50. That sounds a little bit less blasty. Just gonna check the levels in terms of my microphone. Probably use a little bit lower. How's that compared to my microphone? Alright, well, if I can speak over the levels, that should be fine. Let's go ahead and do our first save. Alright, we're gonna go into the mailbox. Received from City of Newton, dated July 2087, subject circumstances. Dear Mrs. Sesame, this message is to remind you that you have not been attending your scheduled employment meetings. If you do not inform us of absences, you risk losing housing support from the city. You have been receiving city support benefits for 711 days, and we hope that you will be able to improve your circumstances soon. The one from Baron M. Osher, from Lieutenant Colonel O'Shea, received 9th of July, 2087, subject to proposal. Dear Sir, Miss, my name is Marcus O'Shea. I am the chief financier for the Oklahoma General, Martin Carter. His recent death at the hands of a rival warlord has left me with 150,000 quanta of his finance. If you'll allow me to transfer through your bank accounts, I can offer you to share. We have one from Route T. It's dated 9th of July 2087. Let's meet up. Hey, Della. Seems like we haven't seen you in years. No idea if you've heard, but there's a big game coming up at the Rotunda. If you're up for leaving your apartment, we can probably get a place on the team. EXS Pharma. Looks like it has an attachment. Looks like it's doing something. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna click on that because it's fun. From EXS Pharma, dated July 9th, 2087, amazing deals on chem. Do you want the extra interface speed? It's extra cost, extra speed with extra farm. Open attached IMAG for order info. Sure. From Toxic Sigma, the 4th of July. Grow Guide. Yo, Dala, good hearing from you. Though I know it really means if you want something. I know really it means you want something. Basically, yes, the batch of blue wetware you got is cracked. So if you can grow it yourself, just don't gray goo your place. It needs a few things. One, water, since that's what makes up 99% of it. Nutrition, it's an organism after all. Heat, and the normal stuff can cause it to break down, but this blend is actually is activated instead. Okay. So that's what we have for mail. What's going on in the news? Unable to access chipsec server. Oh yeah, because we don't have a connection. So we have some.
No, I'm not storing that in my brain. Not unless I want to wake up in some factory in China in 10 years.
We have some malware. A badly designed virus package designed to trick the gullible into opening it. It might steal info, force you into a botnet, or just wreck systems for the hell of it. Alright. So, we're going to do what the game suggested us to do and disconnect. So here we are in the real world.
Better go and talk to the building manager. Ah! Ouch! Huh? Password error, huh? I guess the door's broken too. Contact manager. I'm trapped?
Uh-oh. The first time that you can remember, the prospect of staying inside your apartment is frightening to you. That sounds like something that's very Sierra-esque. Go ahead and save.
The way out. Still standing in my way. Normally staying in the apartment would be ideal, but now that I have no choice about it.
Alright, we have a
The
vent.
vent cover above the door. It lets the air in and keeps the vermin out.
Can we do anything to the vent?
I can't get a grip to open it. Not like I could fit through there anyway.
Alright. What else do we got? We got a pile of clothes. Full of blue overalls, the kind provided by the city to the unemployed. Made out of a cotton paper blend, they are mulched and recycled into new clothing rather than cleaned. Interesting. We have a grate. Large drain in the floor means that cleaning the room can involve as little as hosing everything down. Cheap is the way it's done here. Okay. Can we move the grate?
Guess I'm not as strong as I thought. I'm not getting out this way.
Okay. We have cables.
Exposed fiber optics everywhere. I think they deliberately do this to make it less pleasant to live here.
Seems to be something behind the curtain over here. Let's go ahead and open that. Ah. Looks like we got a wetware
It
still.
may take up the entire bathroom, but the still is totally worth it. By growing my own wetware at home, I'll never need to leave the apartment again. Unless something like this happens.
Well, there you go. You remove the gelatinous clump of semi-organic wetware you've been cultivating in the still. Looks like it's grown enough to be usable by now. So we got some wetware, which is...
It's a homegrown lump of techno-organic wetware gel. It's for connecting my brain's wetware to the external systems.
Ah, okay. Let's go ahead and close you. How do I... Ah, I just have to mouse out of it. There we go. Starting to remember this.
I'm not sure when I got this out of the machine. It's still soggy, though.
Yuck. Okay. We have a window.
Even if I could see out, it's not a nice view. Hundreds of other Skanto apartments in the barrel. The darkness is supposed to encourage people to move out. Not me. Just makes trancing easier.
Seems to be a trophy.
The NetGames trophy I won in '84. I don't know why I've still got it. I pretty much scrapped everything else to build the wetware still.
So we got a trophy. So we got some lockers over here. Let's go ahead and take a look at those.
Nothing in here.
Okay. What about over here?
I usually keep clothes in here. Looks like I need to go to the support office to get more printed. Nothing in here.
So nothing anywhere. Notice.
Tenancy rules. City housing support. This housing is provided as is by the City Department of Social Welfare, until such time as you are able to secure employment. Basic facilities are provided within. Since your stay is temporary, please do not damage. Temporary? Huh. I've been here for 2 years now. Still not working. Apparently I can't just wait for the problem to fix itself. Can't rely on anyone else.
Alright, well, we do have an interface. Considering it's electronic. Should be able to interface with the door panel. The apartment's centralized systems speak to you more clearly than ever as your wetware joins with its systems. So now we're going to head over into the trance. We have a new icon here. We can connect to the door panel.
Forsooth! Who wouldst summon the guardian of thine abode?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I am the defender, the guardian, the knight. No threat shall dare intrude upon thy domain while I stand watch.
Do you have a name?
I do not wish to trouble my lady with such minute details.
So, just Knight then.
Whatever thy will, my lady.
What do you do?
What's your function?
I am the defender. I prevent intrusions upon thy fortress. The physical and the etheric.
I found you in the door's terminal software. You're the apartment's network security, aren't you?
Quite so. Trojans and malware, flee from my presence.
But you also control the door's security.
A vital role, my lady. None shall threaten the sanctity of your domain.
Who made you?
Tell me about yourself.
Sentinel Systems Nightwear, a data and physical security product of Sentinel Systems, version 3.02. Licensed to City of Newton Housing Services.
Why
What's
are you
with the
not?
knight in shining armor routine?
Who is better suited to the role than a loyal defender of the realm?
Okay, now tell me properly.
My lady, thine own.
Out of character.
Following managerial reformation of Sentinel Systems, the company's theme was shifted to a feudal design.
I find you irritating. Can you let me out?
The door seems to be stuck. Can you do anything about that?
Attempting to operate door drive systems. Attempt 2. Attempt 3. It would appear the machinery of the door itself has become fatigued. The terminus is unable to compel activity on the door's part itself. The safety unlock would doubtless serve you well at this juncture.
Can you use the safety unlock?
I'm afraid I cannot. It must be unlatched physically.
So, where is it?
It lies behind the terminal. With sufficient armament, mayhaps thou shalt reach it.
Gee, thanks.
Alright,
Ciao.
Fare thee well, my lady.
so it seems that behind the panel is a method of getting to it. Maybe we can use a trophy on it? The trophy won't help you get inside the panel. Left clicking
Still not
just
working.
gets me to...
Apparently I can't just wait for the problem to fix itself.
So considering there doesn't appear to be anything else, considering how sparse our apartment is. We have another device over here. Use safety settings enabled. Unable to produce metal utensils due to the danger of harm. Please consult your auto meals AI for further information. Thank you for your cooperation.
Hey, we're not children! Lousy suicide rate.
There's a mem eject here. So we picked up a memory module. Physical memory module containing the recipes that the food machine uses to make mulch marginally less depressing. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this back in. Food tray obligingly pops from the machine's serving slot, completely empty. The pipes must be blocked again.
Hey, I'm hungry.
Okay, so we got a plastic fork. Let's see if this will work on the door panel.
It broke.
Oh well. Flimsy plastic that the fork was made of wasn't up to the task of prizing the panel from the wall. With better quality tools, though. Alright. So, one of the things we can do, actually, considering it's electronic, is connect some wetware to it. You feel a flow of new data as your wetware inveigles itself into the food machine system. Inveigle. That's a word I haven't heard before. Inveigle. Let's take a look at what inveigle means. Inveigle. Persuade someone to do something by means of deception or flattery. I'll keep that one in mind. I like that word. It's very nice. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna head back to the screen. Good. Feel the flow of new data. We're gonna connect to the net. And we're gonna see if we can't connect to the food machine. So there's one of the interfaces.
Hi, I'm Chefy, your interactive guide to THB Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
Who are you?
Who are you, and what are you doing in my food machine?
Hi, I'm Chefy,
We already had this bit.
I'm the voice of your food machine. I'm here to help you make the most of your machine and all the delicious possibilities. And if there's trouble, I'm here to help you out.
What can you make?
What kind of things can you make?
Using THB's patented and proven protein fiber synthesis reserve system, I'm able to whip up some of the tastiest treats you've ever had.
Like?
Just you wait. Before you know it, you'll be having the most cost-effective food you've ever tasted.
You're dodging the question.
My recipe books are always getting bigger. My best friends at THE always come up with great new ideas. Everything from protein surprise to Nutri-Blood casserole.
Ugh.
Don't be like that. Give them a try.
I don't much like your food.
I've had to live off your crap for 2 years now. It's bland, and it feels like runny puke. I have trouble swallowing, and every mouthful makes starvation that little bit more appealing.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you tried any of our new recipes recently? Let's look for some. Oopsie, it looks like I can't connect. Don't worry, you can always use the memory cards in the machine to upload delicious new recipes.
Okay. What about the trays and forks?
How do I get trays and cutlery?
Haven't you been eating with us for years?
Humor me.
THE's food machines have self-contained vacuum formers to recycle utensils. Just put your tray back in the machine when you're done with it.
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
It might be dangerous. At the request of
Newton Civic Housing Services.
You've been limited to plastic utensils. But isn't plastic great? It's so easy to get clean.
But what if I want something stronger, like steel? That heavy protein mash bends the fork sometimes.
Sorry, no can do. I'm not just a chef. It's my job to keep you safe.
What's on your recipe card now?
What's on your recipe card now?
On the menu today, we've got Protein Complex A11, Protein Complex E168, and for dessert, Synchro Gelatin Complex C11.
Oh boy.
Sounds delicious.
If you want something a little different, don't forget, you can always download new recipes for me to take a look at.
Alright. How can I shut you off?
How would I stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Why would you want to do that? Don't you like me? I just want to make sure you're eating right.
So, you object to me smashing you open?
It takes some pretty serious damage to do that. I'm tough. Only qualified THE systems technicians can get me open.
Looks like messing with your software is my best bet then.
You annoy me.
You're really, really annoying. You know that?
Address all concerns regarding THE.
Avatar to 862.
Chefy to THE. Customer Interactive Regions.
Will the machine work without you?
Will the machine work without you?
If I have an accident, the machine will continue to dispense. We don't want you starving in an emergency now, do we?
Alright,
Ciao.
goodbye.
Bye!
No, I'm not storing not unless I want to.
Better not download that package any more times than you need to. They might start working together. Okay. So let's just disconnect from the trance. See if we can do anything with that memory card. Picture food machine. There we go. Okay, so mem eject, cancel. Can I put wetware on that? It isn't compatible. Ah, we have a memory block. There we go. Copied speed boost image exec to mem external. Cool. What happens now? Oh, Sheffy's still there.
Hi, I'm Chefy, your interactive guide to THE Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
That's nice, Sheffy.
Ciao.
I'll talk to you later. So let's go ahead and disconnect. Gonna access the food service. Drop this in here. Wonder what happens if we order any of these food. Food tray obligingly pops from the machine service are completely empty.
Hey, I'm hungry.
So we got a plastic tray again. It didn't give us a fork this time. Interesting. Let's head back to the trance. Go ahead and connect to the food machine again.
Hi, I'm Chefy, your interactive guide to THE Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
Now that we've loaded a virus there, let's get her to read it.
What's on your recipe card now?
I see there's some new recipe data. It looks like...
Apparently whatever virus was writing that T-mail is doing some damage. You don't look so good.
It's nothing that can be worked around.
Sounds more like you need someone to put you out of your misery.
I don't much like your food.
I don't like your food.
I like your face.
What about the trays and forks?
How do I get trays and cutlery?
Fork.
Yes? And the trays?
Trays.
I like the Shiffy a lot better. Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
Not while I'm a boss.
How do I shut you off?
How would I stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Yeah? How about I stop you stopping me stopping you?
Then I guess I'd have to stop you stopping me stopping you stopping me?
You're a snake. Dance.
Will the machine work without you?
Will the machine work without you? What? That doesn't really answer my question.
You annoy me.
You're really, really annoying. You know that?
This takes one to know one.
What?
Your mama.
You don't look good.
You don't look so good.
I'm a chef.
That's nice. What about your...
I'm a chef.
Yes?
I'm a chef.
Ciao.
Meters in.
Wonder if he has anything to say.
Forsooth, who wouldst summon the guardian of thine abode?
Sheffy's sick.
I think Sheffy the chef's come down with something.
The steward harbors a blight? Zounds! This shall not be allowed to continue! Foul harbinger! There are grave accusations of treason upon your head, steward! Stand and face me! We shall see what trial by combat makes of you!
I'm sorry. I don't quite.
Have at thee!
Well, that takes care of her.
So the door decided to pick a fight with the food dispenser, which is pretty freaking awesome. So now, let's go ahead and see if we can recycle this thing. Ah, metal recycled. Excellent. Let's go ahead and print some metal. And select this. After a few moments of mechanical protest, the machine eventually gives in. There we go. Metal tray and metal fork. So I wonder if we can get to the grate. Okay, so it can't pop the grate, but it can pop the door panel.
Got it.
There we go. Alright. Job well done. Oh. Suicide City. 20 hours earlier.
This is it. Animus Organics. You think Central's right on this one?
I still don't think an AI, however powerful, could predict a crime like this.
However, if it does help us catch the mindjacker.
Central hasn't exactly been generous with the details. I don't really think we're gonna find anything here. There are other, stronger leads we ought to be chasing.
So it appears we have swapped out in terms of our characters. Let's go ahead and save. So that's Slough, and it appears I'm controlling the male counterpart. Take a look at the car. An expensive-looking car sits on the road. If you were in a worse mood, you might be inclined to ticket it. That's our cruiser.
I always make sure this is the car we take out.
They're all the same, Charlie.
No, they're not. This one's mine.
Reception? Company front desk in a big firm like this, you'd expect it to be manned 24/7, but the staff had disappeared. Interesting. What do we have on us? Traveler. Cell issue Traveler, like the civilian models in many ways, capable of making calls and running apps. The specialized model carried by Cell possesses more powerful sensors and encryption. Okay. Traveler's sonograph is picking up very little ambient activity in the building. This is a jolt gun. Electroshock weapon with an output of between 2 and 8 million volts. This tool uses ultraviolet lasers to ionize a channel of air, allowing an electrical charge to pass from the device to its target. Okay. So it doesn't need to dispense prongs or anything like that. While intended as a compliance tool rather than a lethal weapon, care must be taken in its use to prevent accidental fatalities. Alright. Can I tase Lau?
Hey, Lau, want this?
Wouldn't do me any good. It's a signature weapon keyed to your DNA.
Oh.
Besides, mine's bigger.
Oh, so we can call Lau.
Lau, you there?
Regis, right here.
We have Central. What's this? Open laser paper stone. Guide. Rock beats laser. Paper beats rock. Laser beats paper. Okay. Let's try it. So rock? AI wins. Let's try rock again. I win. Let's try paper. Draw. Paper again. AI wins. Let's try laser. Draw. So we win. Enough of that. News. Continuing a long-standing process of standardization, the Parliament of European Federation, EF, has today ratified the uptake of the metric time across the 64-member union. The measure signed into law by EF Prime Minister Jacqueline Santini is planned to be rolled out over the course of the next 4 years. Under the scheme, the measure of the time of day is to be divided into 10 hours, each with 100 minutes, made up of 100 seconds. Santini, whose Federalist Party have been one of the keenest supporters of the new policy, greeted the change enthusiastically. Computing and commercial time measurements has long been carried out in a metric scale with atomic timing, and the division to 24 hours has itself merely been an arbitrary convention of history. While commonly referred to as metric time, the measurement of a day into periods of 10 seconds should more accurately be known as decimal time. Internationally, the EF's policy has gained little traction, if not outright criticism, with some leaders condemning the changes as unnatural. The Oceanic Cooperative's government was less emotive, issuing a statement that though the change was once one demanded by the European voter, which we will respect as a democratic institution, they made clear that the OC has no plans to adopt any similar measures. It seems like some sort of a time scale is happening. I have a little picture here of Nancy. Sport. Latest scores. Kabad. Newton 55, 37 UAE. Match in progress. Weather. Currently dry with loud outbreaks of rain expected later this evening. UV index midday 78. Use SPF 30 and wear protective clothing. Chishiki says a day and night for staying indoors. Alright, so we've gone through this. What else we got? We got a case file. Category Class 4 information. Larceny with the constant harm to health of individual targets, i.e. mindjacking. Case officers assigned Regis, that's us, and Lau. They're both doctors. Interesting. Beginning of March 2087, a string of data theft attacks have been carried out within Newton. Newton's a city, okay. Using a process of resonant modulation with subjects' neural wetware, the data contents of individual victims' brains are being destructively removed with fatal consequences to targets. That doesn't sound too pleasant. Victims to date, 18 in Newton. Unknown global total. Identity of perpetrator not known. Subject appears to be exceptionally skilled in infiltration and may have inside help from a larger sponsor. Action. Case specialists Regis and Lau are assigned to compile all available data on mindjacking activity, including investigation of the latest targets for analysis by Central. Let's call Central.
This is Regis. Come in, Central.
Central standing by.
Status?
Status report, Central.
All operations within centralized emergency logistics nominal. Anti-civil activity index within tolerance at 0.004. Cool. Weather forecast, dry. Highs of 12 Celsius. UV index of 8.
Less general. Updates on the case?
Data, Dr. Regis.
Okay, thanks.
Mindjacker case.
What's your take on the case, Central?
An individual of unknown origin is prosecuting a global series of attacks. These involve the removal of data from the minds of victims. Invariably, the speed of the process has had a deleterious and fatal effect.
Yes, those are the facts. But what's your opinion on the matter?
All we have are facts, Dr. Regis. These must be analyzed in order to apprehend those responsible.
And that is why AIs would make lousy detectives.
Cell retains an investigative corps of specialists such as yourself, Dr. Regis. Your role is in no danger, you can be assured.
I never said I thought it was.
Though you may not be neurally linked, and I am unable to directly access your mental activity, a lot can be learned about an individual's thoughts by observation.
Interesting that the AI decides to infer when it comes to Dr. Regis, yet when it comes to the case at hand, it makes no inference.
What do we know about Animus Organics?
Biotech firm, manufacturer of computational wetware and other biomechanical products. First publicly traded stock in August 2044. Currently sitting board members include...
Okay, maybe that's a bit too much. Why do we think the Mindjacker's going to strike here?
The projection has been based upon previous targets. Using a Markov German distribution map, outlying variables can be...
Statistics aren't really my thing, Central.
You would have been unsatisfied with it's beyond your comprehension.
I guess you're right.
Alright. Prediction?
You don't usually make predictions on high-level cases like this, Central. What's different about this one?
Limited progress was being made through conventional investigation. To expedite the investigation, I was tasked to provide more direct oversight.
Hey, are you saying we can't do our jobs right by ourselves?
I am a civic coordination AI, Dr. Regis, with responsibility for 9.4 million inhabitants. Slander of colleagues would produce no gains for the city.
Oh, yeah.
A fact which, on occasion, I would hope you would pay more attention to.
How did you arrive at this conclusion?
What made you think the Mindjacker was going to strike here?
The professionalism of the attack suggests that these are not merely random targets. Though the reasoning behind the attacks remains vague, patterns form from previous incidents. The probability of tonight's attack was sufficient that it warranted investigation.
Obviously, you're using data gathered by myself and Dr. Lau. But since we haven't found a pattern in our work, I guess that you've got more sources than us.
Correct. However, that information remains classified.
Huh, what a surprise.
You remain skeptical, Dr. Regis?
It's not how I think of detective work, Central. I don't believe human behavior is something you can just map.
2 centuries of research in probabilistic sociology would disagree.
We'll see. Regis out.
Alright, let's see what Lau has to say.
Hey, Lau.
Yeah?
Mindjacker case.
I've lost count of the number of times the Mindjacker's struck.
In Newton or globally?
Oh, just a figure of speech. He's been on the rampage for too long, but now he's in our territory.
Should give us the advantage.
The Mindjacker.
Do we have any ideas about our perp?
The fact that he's stealing data straight from living neural wiring is disturbing, but it tells us a couple of important things.
Oh?
Well, previously caught mindjackers have usually burnt out after 1 or 2 attacks. Sharing a whole other's brain worth of data is pretty taxing.
So we're looking for someone with a really specialized wetware setup in their heads. Pity that won't tell us what they look like.
The other problem is how slippery this guy is. Only fragments of appearances on camera, no clear witnesses.
Which means he's either a master of disguise,
or there's some pretty high-up collusion to hide him. That wouldn't surprise me if he were a business hire.
Still, after this many hits, he may start to slip.
Even if it's just his psyche breaking.
Alright, we're going to continue this line
Let me
of
know if you
questioning.
find anything.
Will do, Regis.
And I'm just going to save real quick in case something happens. But, I have to step away for a couple minutes, probably about 10 or so, and then I'm going to continue playing through Technobabylon. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. Let's go ahead and continue talking to Lau.
Hey, Lau.
Yeah?
Previous mind.
At least we've managed to link the previous mindjackings to one suspect.
It's the MO. Historically, mindjackers have used some kind of external gear. They use another system to extract, before storing it in their own neural tissue.
So they'd need a terminal.
Which is usually how we catch them. It's conspicuous.
But are mindjackers not behaving the same way?
No. His tools appear to be built into his own bodily wetware system. Some kind of resonance imager in his body, maybe.
Whatever it is, it's less invasive as well.
Exactly. His victims suffer massive hemorrhages, but no external injuries. State of the art, but a dead giveaway.
Central's prediction?
So, Central predicted our mindjacker was going to strike here.
You don't trust it?
I just don't understand how it came to that conclusion.
Obviously, we're doing our jobs right. We collect data, which Central interprets. Based on that data, it maps a pattern.
But why isn't it a pattern that we could see?
It's not only us. Central's got all of the city, the whole net to draw on.
But it won't tell us how it's come to the conclusion where the mindjacker will strike. Does it think we can't understand? Is it concealing something?
Just be glad we've got an advantage like Central.
I still don't like it.
So Regis seems to be a little apprehensive of having an AI tell him anything in relation to casework, which is, you know, his domain as a detective.
You don't like that Central's predicted this, do you?
It's not how investigations are supposed to be done.
Admit it. You're afraid your job's going to be stolen by machines. Kind of like weavers, factory workers, authors.
Just how old do you think I am? No, don't answer that. I just don't like having that key bit of information kept from me.
You need to learn to work with Central. It's not our enemy. It works for us as we work for it.
Animus Organics.
Animus Organics.
That's what the sign says. They're one of the city's largest computational biotech firms.
What do they make?
Wetware mostly. Wouldn't be grown here. Probably in Eurofed.
This place is just the offices?
Regional headquarters, Central tells me. Do we know why it predicts the next attack will take place here?
It won't share that with us. Need to know. A high-tech firm like this must have secrets worth something to a mindjacker.
Wetware.
Wetware, huh?
Yeah. Specifically for forming neural connections between systems. The blue stuff. The nanomachines keeping the modern world running.
It's funny. When I think nanomachine, I picture tiny gears and turbines. When really, they're just bits of proteins and macromolecules.
They still perform all kinds of mechanical tasks. Just smaller.
I guess I'm technically more of an expert in them than you are. I used to make them for a living.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know what to do with them anymore. Organic computing. That's my field.
Let me know if you find anything.
Will do, Regis.
Alright. So I got a little bit of information in regards to what wetware is. So it seems to be related to proteins. So the nanomachines, the wetware, is entirely organic.
Cell agents, we want to talk to someone.
Looks like we'll just have to help ourselves.
Alright. Here's the elevator.
The elevator's locked. Panel says authorized personnel only.
I guess we need to find someone who counts as authorized, then.
Maybe we can give a call to Central?
This is Regis. Come in, Central.
Central standing by.
Regis out.
Nope. Let's take a look at the reception. Company front desk is a big firm like this, so you'd expect a command 24/7. The staff have disappeared. Do I have anything like that I can use in here? There's apps, news. Nothing, huh? What about the jolt gun? No, that doesn't seem to work either. Unless I have to, like, close this out. Elevator controls. Oh. Hello.
What the hell?
This man is a victim of a long drop, but from where and why?
What'd you find?
A security card. This man was custodial staff, a janitor.
Probably not our mindjacker's target then.
Still, I don't think this was an accident. We need to find out what's going on here.
Well, that has to be the first item that I've ever received in an adventure game. By a body that has plummeted to his death.
I can't find anything else useful on him. Lau, your opinion? Max, knock that off.
Sorry. Well, he was definitely killed by the fall.
Thanks. Real helpful.
No, I mean he wasn't mindjacked. He doesn't have the same neuropathy associated with it.
So maybe Central was wrong.
There's still a body, though. We need to find out what's going on.
Alright, well, looks like we got a key card now, so let's use it to get into the building.
It's unlocked floor 26 for us.
Must be where its owner was working.
That'll teach that car for parking there, though.
Damn it all.
Burns all around the planar nodes and his wetware wiring. Yeah, this is our mindjacking victim.
Central was right.
The attack was recent, maybe minutes ago. The mindjacker was probably interrupted by the janitor who ended up on the street.
There's only one other way out of here, to the roof. We need to get up there before he escapes again.
Alright, well, let's get to the roof then.
Locked.
That keypad's probably got something to do with it.
So there's a code. Let's go ahead and take a look at the body.
His ID badge says Gerbach, Avery. He's an HR supervisor.
If the mindjacker's in corporate espionage, it's a pretty strange target.
Have Central run his data. See if it can flag anything.
Is there anything else? There's an active terminal. Okay. From Atwood Roy, HR Management, received 9th of July, 2087. The roof. There's a time and place for the trance, and it's not up on the roof. Yes, it's private, but it's also extremely dangerous. Therefore, management has asked me to keep the roof access locked unless it's an emergency. FYI, trance cravings do not count as emergencies. Seriously, Avery, you're great at your job, but you need help. Animus CR, Customer Relations. Public Statements. The management of Animus Organics would like to remind colleagues not to make statements to the press regarding product safety. An investigation into the recent high-profile exponential wetware growth, or gray goo, accidents is underway and will be released when completed. Publicity Management. Central. To Avery. Please be aware that tomorrow's midday UV exposure index is expected to peak at 8. Your genetic background indicates a propensity for melanoma. Please take extra care in order to maintain your long-term health. The Newton centralized government advised you to restrict outdoor movement to after sunset, except where vital. So Central appears to be not just working for us, but for the entire city. From, I can't pronounce that last name, Solomon. Hey man, I just wanted to say big rats on the engagement. She's really a sweet girl, and I know you guys are going to be so happy to catch you after work. At the den? Sal. Okay. So, telephone appears to have some sort of an indication. Oh, wow. So we got a lot of people that we can call. Let's go ahead and see if one of these names corresponds with anything. You have Salmon and you have Roy Atwood, which is HR Management. So let's try... Do we have a...
That'd be a waste.
Plaque identifying the ownership of the office of Roy Atwood, HR Operations Manager, who's in charge of the floor. Apparently the owner of the cubicle has gone home already. So I can't go further. Roy Atwood. Call.
I think I found the office manager's contact.
See if he'll help us. Remember, be consistent when you're talking to him.
What? Who is this? Do you have any idea what time it is?
Mr. Atwood, my name is Dr. Regis. I'm an investigator for Cell.
What? I mean, what's happened?
It's an emergency.
We're on the trail of a dangerous felon. He's killed dozens before, and without your help, he's going to escape.
Oh, God. What's happened?
We need your access code.
2 of your colleagues have been killed on site. We're tracking the murderer, and we're pretty sure he's fled to the roof.
What? Who?
We need access to the roof as quickly as possible. What's the code for the access door in your office?
Do you want to wind up in jail too?
Do you want Cell agents bringing you in as well? All this stalling, I might think you're working with the killer.
No, I just...
Quickly, what's the code?
It's 6167.
Thanks.
6167. So we were consistently authoritative. 6167. Access granted. Since you came up yourselves, you can be sure that the mindjacker hasn't escaped in the elevator. Okay.
Come on, we've almost caught up with him.
The mindjacker!
Freeze! Cell agents!
You're under arrest.
You're under arrest on suspicion of illegal trafficking of neural data, breaking and entering, and homicide.
Let's not forget, shooting at Cell agents.
Lay down your weapon and put your hands above your head.
Does that ever work?
Sometimes. It was worth a try.
There's no escape.
The only way off this rooftop is down, either with us or over the edge.
Frankly, the second one's fine by me.
Oh, okay.
What? What? He had lifting gear?
He's escaping by aerostat.
Central, our mindjacking suspect has fled the scene by air.
Interceptors dispatched. Belcorp officers have arrived on scene at Animus. Please return to headquarters for debriefing.
Nuke it. We were so close.
Yeah, well, what can you do, eh? Guy has a jetpack like the Rocketeer.
Lau, Max,
What? Huh?
were you sleeping on duty?
Sleep? No, I was trancing. For work, of course.
Dr. Lau was submitting her case report.
We were so close. Have you found the aerostat he escaped to?
No records have been found of such a vehicle.
What?
Radar and air traffic records show no aerostat present at that time, and no communications traffic has been identified regarding the aerostat.
Maybe he deleted them? Covered his tracks?
That would require access to an improbable number of systems, including my own. Such an undetected intrusion into central systems is implausible.
Are you saying we're lying?
It is possible that you were mistaken. Human error. For the moment, you are advised to pursue other lines of inquiry.
If you say so. Something's going on here.
A number of cables run directly into the building's electrical and data flow systems from Lau's desk. Apparently, her customized wetware gear sometimes requires tremendous resources, and she doesn't care how many of the building's technicians complain about her pulling floors open.
Trying to tidy Lau's desk for her is a battle lost before it's even fought. That's what she says, like it was something from the art of war.
Anything else? That's kind of weird. Camera in the office?
One of Central's fisheye cameras. Someone has covered it in tape.
Oh. That would be him. Screens. Screens run through all the available data pertaining to the Mindjacker. You've already got the preferences set up to how you like them. Cool. Better not. They're already starting to suspect it's your fault. The cameras needed to be replaced 4 times in a year. Okay. Terminal? What's this? Oh. Vishka and Charlie, May 2066. Case file. Category class 4 information. I think we've already read through this. Yeah. What is this thing? This looks like his email. No. Very important that you download and activate this package in a secure location as soon as possible. Tell no one. Lives depend on it. Okay. Download the message. Download a data package to your traveler. Ensure this might be an who this might be, an informant perhaps? From Dr. V. Santiago. Hey Charlie, why you hogging loud so much? The rest of us need a wirehead on cases as well. I can probably guess why you're not letting go of her. Well, hey. But seriously, man, give the rest of us a turn. BFR Surgical. Dr. Regis, as per discussion at your last checkup, you have still not opted for enhanced mural connective wetware. While not yet critical, please remember that your work will be increasingly difficult as support for non-wetware systems is phased out. BFR Medical. Okay, so they're pushing him to get wetware installed, and he seems to have some apprehensions regarding that. Fulcrum admin. Charles Regis, your monthly payment of $8,100 for the rental of Tier 42 Northwest Balcony Garden has been processed. Approval for continued use granted by E. Vargas Centralized Administration. Thank you for your continued contribution to the city's green skyline. Okay. Central. Dr. Regis, the optical feed from your office is no longer functional. Based on past examples of your behavior, I believe it's likely to be by your own hand. While you may be object to perceived surveillance, please recall that this is for your safety and that of other cell staff. Vanderwall. Gee, no. Dr. Regis, apparently my previous answer was unclear. No, I will not help you with your investigation despite your crude threats. If you continue to make baseless accusation about any supposed ties I am allegedly to have with organized crime, you shall be hearing from my lawyers. Be wise, small. Hey, hi Charlie, I'm afraid it doesn't look good regarding Baxter Central's approved... Central's approved the parole. Don't take it personally. It's not like they ignored your input, but, well, you're not exactly going to be the most objective person after what he did to you and your wife, are you? Huh. Okay, so apparently he's had dealings with somebody named Baxter. And that individual has been granted parole by Central. No doubt why he's a little apprehensive towards Central. So we have the same news as we did before. VoIP.com, so it looks like we can dial numbers via that. We can close that. Let's go ahead and talk to Lau.
Hey, Lau.
Yeah?
What do we do now?
Got any ideas where we can look next?
I thought you were supposed to be the lead on this case. We could look into that other lead. What was his name?
Gil Vanderwall?
Yeah, that's the one.
I thought Vanderwall made it pretty clear he wasn't going to speak to us.
Might just be the way you handled him. Tact is apparently not your strong point.
I like to speak my mind.
I'll contact him and see if he's more open to persuasion. He might cooperate if you're not there threatening him with physical injury.
He's a dyed-in-the-wool felon. He deserves worse.
But if he can help us...
All right. See what you can do.
Mindjacker's victim.
Looks like we found our latest casualty.
Damn it. Why him, though?
I was wondering the same thing. We're assuming the Mindjacker's a data thief. The usual MO would be to target valuable info he can sell on the black market.
But this guy, he was an HR administrator.
Apparently a very good one, but not the kind who'd be let in on company secrets.
We'll just have to ask the Mindjacker when we catch him. Let me know if you find anything.
Will do, Regis.
So it seems the Mindjacker is targeting people of, like, very little to no influence. We shoot. Sometimes need to be destroyed for confidentiality. If something needs to be destroyed for confidentiality reasons, this is where it goes. Everything in here is gone forever. After thorough scrutiny by Central, no doubt. Alright. Let's head out. Bulletins. Notice this cascade across the board. You dislike the way they need to move all of the time and believe that it reflects the short attention span that people have in this city. These little robots. Let's go follow the robots. Where are you guys off to? Waiting room.
They picked this guy up last night. He's got something in his wiring that might be contagious. I guess that means I'm safe, but still, poor kid.
Let's go ahead and save.
Hey kid, you alright?
So we got the door, we got
one
a
of
camera.
Central's fisheye cameras.
Doesn't look like we can do anything in here. Go ahead and leave. Dude seems to be pretty unresponsive. Though you could tolerate Dr. Santiago's opinions, it looks like Dr. Preston's the only one in the office. You'd rather avoid another sermon on the merits of centralized government. Surgical lab.
Locked. Dr. Santiago must be working on something he doesn't want me seeing.
Okay. So we got Cell HQ, we got the Animus, and we got the balcony. I haven't been to the balcony yet, so let's go to see what that has to do. Fulcrum Tower. Oh, that's the address that was given. So this is what we're basically renting out.
When people worry, there's always something they find to help them. Drinking, the trance, even God sometimes. Me, I've got a place I like to go to. It's helped me when I've been troubled in the past.
He's got his own little piece of all nature and all of like this urban sprawl. You're fortunate to have gotten a garden this high up. The view just about clears the city's forest of skyscrapers, and on a good day, the Indian Ocean is visible from your bench. The Indian Ocean? Wow. Plaque. Not even having to glance for a moment, those words are etched in a memory deeper than anything else. Vishka Regis, beloved wife, friend to all that lives. Born 11th of August, 2034, died 2nd of January, 2067. Think of us not as engineers, but as artists. So his wife was an engineer, just like he is, I'm assuming. And, she's gone. There's some leaves here. You're not in the mood for gardening. Okay. Well, this seems like a secluded spot, so let's go ahead and take a look at the data package.
Here goes nothing.
Dr. Regis.
Yes?
Regis? Central's still giving us a negative on the aerostat. It's like it just vanished. So I thought I'd better give you a heads up.
Do you mind? I was in the middle of something. How did you find me?
Central told me you'd be here, at Fulcrum Tower. Also, it said, stop turning your traveler off.
What a surprise. I like my privacy, though. That's why I come here.
You hang around the balconies much?
It's a memorial.
Take a look at the plaque.
Viksha Regis, beloved... Oh, Regis, this is... I'm sorry, Charlie, I didn't know.
You wouldn't have. I don't tell anyone about it.
Wow. I know you've got some seriously high-up strings you can pull, but I didn't think they'd ever let someone be buried up here. And how the hell can you afford somewhere like this?
It's worth the cost.
You're right, though. This place is very expensive. Why do you think I live in a pod in the southeast barrel?
I didn't know that was where you lived, either.
Vishka?
We were married for 4 years.
I'm sorry it couldn't last.
We met in our professions. She was a engineer as well.
You didn't have kids?
My previous work, well, it left both of us infertile. We had embryos prepared through IVF, but we never got to using them.
I'm really sorry. I remember reading... It was Baxter, wasn't it?
Don't push it, Dr. Lau.
Sorry.
Ah, Baxter. She's not buried here.
She isn't buried up here. She was processed, like anyone else.
I see.
The tree's special, though. I made it myself, from scratch.
Planted and grew?
No, made. It's a cross of Chrysophyllum caneto and Prunus cerulata. The junk DNA in every cell of it contains her entire genome.
Wow.
Takes a lot of looking after.
But you're doing it for her.
Makes it all worth it.
I think I figured out why you went off the grid to come up here tonight. You heard about Baxter, didn't you?
They let a monster like that walk.
They didn't parole him because they approve of what he did. He's out because he's got skills Central thought would be useful. With a governor jammed in his limbic system, well, he won't be the same man. He can't even imagine hurting anyone again.
Even if it were completely true, I know that there is absolutely no way I could forgive him.
On the bright side, he'd probably be pretty mad at you too. Well, if he could have thoughts like that anymore without falling over and puking. You put him away, and that counts for something. I know it's not exactly normal for you to open up, but if you want someone to talk to,
Central wants us?
I'm afraid so. We better get going. You coming?
Just a minute.
I just need a moment to think, Max. A little privacy. It's why I came up here in the first place.
I understand, Charlie. I'll be in the car. I'll see how long I can stall Central.
Max,
Yes?
Nothing.
That's all right, Charlie. I understand. I'll be in the car.
I can't ask for her help in this. I'm not even sure what this is yet.
You are alone, as requested?
Yes? Now what is this about?
1448D-A, 1448D-B, 1448D-C, 1448D-E.
Excuse me?
Your stomach lurches as you recognize the image. You know them, you've seen them before, but you hadn't remembered them by number. Whoever is calling you has the 4 embryo containers, your own.
What about them?
They were removed from the Alracis Medical Center, originally deposited at 1615 on the 11th of November 2065. They have been fertilized by yourself and Dr. Viksha Regis. They were frozen at the earliest viable phase of growth. 3 are female and 1 is male. They were deposited after your fertility treatment proved...
Stop! Why are you telling me this? Who are you? And what are you doing with my my embryos?
You are about to meet with a contact, Giel Vanderwall. In his home is an active memory module, a most unique model. You will secure it for us. Further instructions will follow.
What if I refuse?
And what if I don't? That image could be a sim.
Apparently, you need more incentive not to waste my time. One is gone. 3 remain. Do it quickly. Your legacy is in jeopardy.
Wow. The conflict brews in your mind and in your heart. Giving in to blackmail like this would be the antithesis of everything you stand for, both as an agent of the law and as a human being. On the other hand, you cannot bring yourself to risk a small part of the legacy that you've worked for so many years to maintain.
To save the lives of our children? I think I can accept that.
So, despite the incident at Animus, I may have some good news. We might have a break in that string of mindjackings.
Vanderwall agreed to talk.
Yeah. How'd you guess?
He couldn't hold out forever. What did he say?
Didn't want to talk over the...
Lau?
Central wants a word.
Dr. Regis, Dr. Lau.
This isn't just a social call for an update, is it, Central?
Dr. Regis, lately you have spent a great deal of your time off network. It is for your safety and that of the citizens that we...
Central?
All points bulletin, evacuation in progress at Barber's Gate Transit Station. Case officers Regis and Lau assigned to crisis management.
What's happening at the...
All case data has been transferred to Dr. Lau. Your vehicle has been rerouted. Please seek an expedient resolution to the situation. Central out.
Business-like as ever. Let's go see what this is about.
Alright, let's go ahead and save here. Since we have a cell corpseman?
Sir, over here.
I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We've been assigned as crisis management.
Corpseman Durian, 4th Network.
Has it gotten any worse?
Not yet, but we've not heard any word since...
Hey, I'm the only one here who hasn't got wiring in his head. Central hasn't had the decency to update me.
Oh, sorry, Charlie.
Well, it's another one, sir.
Another what?
A, bomber.
Another one?
What do you mean, another one?
This is like the 4th this year I know of. Central's been doing its best to keep public awareness down.
I guess it doesn't want public panic about it.
Or it doesn't want people to think we haven't got it under control. So how do you know about it?
I talk to people? I've got a social life, unlike someone.
Central marked him when he tripped a chroma sensor. Central locked down the trains and started an evacuation. It looks like he panicked and holed up in one of them.
Hostages?
Anyone in danger? Any hostages?
Central's not mentioned any in the case file. That either means there aren't any,
or it doesn't consider them sufficiently important. Probably wants the transit running again more than it cares about human life.
Sounds like he was surprised. Didn't have time to take any.
He's not thinking in terms of hostages. He was made as a weapon.
Regis?
He's a bio-bomber. The explosives are made of... they are his bones. That's how he tripped a DNA sensor.
What do you think, Max?
What's your take on it, Dr. Lau?
Honestly, it's looking pretty lousy for him. Doesn't look like he's got any human shields. I doubt an empty transit station was his intended target either.
Very astute.
Charlie, you're not gonna like this. Central's just bumped the priority. It wants the suspect neutralized.
What?
I'm gonna try to talk him down.
Neutralized is a vague term. I'm gonna try to talk him down.
Regis?
It sounds like he's hesitating. I may be able to exploit that, but just in case, get to high ground.
Fine. You probably know what you're doing.
The signal is hope. Don't fire until you hear me say it.
Hope. Got it.
Keep the public away, and run one more check for bystanders in the station. We can't afford casualties if this goes wrong.
Will Central approve of this?
We don't have time to wait and find out. Wish me luck.
Alright, so it looks like Regis is taking action.
Hello?
Who's there?
I just want to talk. I'm unarmed, and I'm opening the doors.
What do you want, heathen?
The sight is distressingly familiar. The brace, the weakened bones, signs of tampering in a young man that brings back memories long buried. Seems that the best hope would be to leverage what you know about him. Try to find some common ground. You're under arrest. I'm here to resolve this. You sound American. Yeah?
You sound like you're from America. Am I right? Texas, I'd guess.
Yes, you're right.
I thought so. I grew up there myself, near Fort Worth. What part do you hail from?
Houston.
I can remember what it's like out there. It's part of why I came here in the first place. I'm Dr. Regis, by the way. Some folk call me Charlie.
Thomas Beckett.
Like the saint. Nice to meet you all, Thomas.
Tell me what happened.
So, how do you like the city?
It's a wretched den of sin, like Sodom or Gomorrah.
Well, it's not my favorite, but I wouldn't go that far. I take it you're not here as a tourist.
I'm here to do my duty and strike a blow for the Lord.
Really? We're a long way out from the war here. Whole other continent, in fact.
Yes, I know. But now I'm surrounded, and I must make use of what I have. The fire within me.
How's the scoliosis?
How's the scoliosis?
What?
And the osteoporosis, the rickets, and the diabetes.
How do you...
It's a common side effect of sloppy prenatal genetic engineering. That and having your body lay explosive nitrates in your bones instead of calcium.
It's a test of our faith. Only the truly worthy who can...
It shows just how little the Gengineers who made you cared about your health. They made you to walk and to carry a bomb in your bones. The fact that you're a living, feeling, thinking human was merely an inconvenience.
Regis, I'm in position. Visibility good, 0 crosswind. Standing by.
There have been times when I've lost faith, but I can't let this be one of them.
I had experience with you guys. You're trying to work out your next move. Don't do anything stupid or hope to get him shot. I've had experience with you guys.
I used to work with guys like you a whole lifetime ago.
The Lord's warriors?
Something like that. Kids who'd been altered, weaponized youth. You've grown up with so many health problems, groomed since birth for a noble sacrifice. But does this seem like the glorious role you were promised?
It is my duty to God to sacrifice myself.
In an empty transit station, thanks to a piece of bad luck?
This wasn't where I was supposed to go. But even the original target, it doesn't seem to fit with God's plan. But if I agreed to go with you, I'd have failed in my duty. I'd just be a prisoner in a strange land.
For the Lord hears the needy and does not despise his own people who are prisoners. Psalm 69, verse 33.
You're right. Wherever I am, I'm always in the Lord's sight.
There are more ways to do his work than destruction. We can help you find it. We can probably even fix your bones.
All right. I shall not resist.
Thomas, you've made a wise choice. More importantly, you've made it for yourself.
Oh, talked him down.
Corpsman, the suspect is surrendered. Take him into custody. Carefully.
Yes, Doctor.
Regis, that was amazing! Central's going to be pissed, though. That was a huge risk.
Screw Central. Come on. We've got work to do. The Corpsman can handle it here.
Yeah, with a little help from the bomb squad.
Fishing. Elysium Tower, Penthouse Suites, T 17 hours.
So, Vanderwall finally agreed to cooperate?
Yep. Said he could give us a head start on the minejacker.
We'd better not keep the man waiting then.
Alright, let's go ahead and save here. Savity save. And I'm going to take a brief break, and I'm going to be right back. And we'll continue this little adventure. Microphone's back online. Alright, so looks like we got a cleaning bot of sorts. Janitorial drone patrols the hallways, executing its adaptive planning software to track down dirt. Can I pick it up?
Nah, my apartment building's already got one.
The hell's that?
I don't get the appeal of this cubist stuff.
Looks more like abstract impressionism to me. A classic piece by Chandler, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, that's a lot less impressive when you can call up a search inside your head.
Got a dock. Dock on the wall where the autonomous vacuum cleaner gets its power and offloads its waste. There's a notice above it. The management thanks you for allowing the sanitation machinery and staff to continue their work by not obstructing the docks. These stations are for use of custodial equipment only. Okay, the view. In this part of town, even the buildings look lazy and decadent. You got 2B. While the door has an expensive hardwood appearance, you've no doubt that a man as paranoid as Gil Vanderwall has spared no cost to ensure that it is at least bomb-proof. Alright, let's go and use the door controls.
Vanderwall, you there? You sure he's in?
He told us to meet him here. Central hasn't logged any departures from this floor since this morning either.
What do we got here? Camera. Panoramic fisheye camera. Probably there's so that Vanderwalls can decide whether or not they want to let someone in.
We haven't got time for this, Gil.
I don't think he's answering.
Alright, let's take a look at the open case file. I've read that. Anything new on the news? Oh, looks like it flipped over. Hungarian artists to visit Newton. The world-renowned father-daughter art team of Tabar and Kami Puskas will be bringing their exhibition to the city of Newton this summer as a part of the European Federation Cultural Ambassador Program. Known for their pioneering fusion of classical styles with the interactivity of the trance, the pair rose to global attention after the EF Arts Minister Jerome Jurgen became so overwhelmed with emotion that he had to be placed into a coma to recover. It was an epiphany, he told Shishiki. As though all of my life I'd been missing something I hadn't known I lacked. And this was the diagram showing the void in my soul. Other viewers have reported similarly transformative experiences, though skeptics believe that these may simply have to do with more direct neural programming, possibly through the trance, than with the art itself. They're just jealous that they're not wired, replied the duo, when this was suggested. Interesting. Okay, let's talk to Lau and see what she has to say.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Mindjacking case.
Give me an update on the mindjacking case.
Labs come back with the report on the body at Animus.
We can definitely link that one to our investigation?
Same MO. Victim was wired, brain burnt, but not consistent with a straightforward murder. More like a rapid, intrusive, and destructive brain scan.
So we're still going with memory theft rather than elaborate assassinations.
Exactly. No conclusive patterns on targets, I'm afraid. Vanderwall said he would give us a lead on the next victim, though.
So much for him retiring from organized crime.
Transit station.
How are you holding up?
I'm okay. A little hungry.
I meant about what happened at the station.
I think you did the hard work on that one. Don't let it go to your head, though.
The door.
You've got a brain for wetware systems, right?
Don't you mean full of wetware systems?
This isn't just me being offensive. Can you have a word with the door controls?
I'll see what I can do. Got it. I reset the password. It's now password 1.
I'm just glad you're on our side now.
Damn straight. I could probably make a lot more money if I turned to crime.
Let's go ahead and talk to Lau again.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Talk about the bomber.
That bomber. He was American, wasn't he?
He certainly had the accent. Sounded Texan.
Did you know him?
Dr. Lau. Texas is an enormous place. I do not happen to know every single other person who lived there. And besides, I left well before he would have been born.
Do you ever regret doing that?
Not for a second. Especially after seeing how it's gotten now.
More to the bomber.
There's more to what was between you and that kid, wasn't there? Like you said, you never met him before, but it seemed personal to you.
You're very perceptive, Dr. Lau. It's useful for an investigator.
You want me to stop asking?
There's a reason that kids like him, and hundreds others, exist. It's not because the seditionists thought that weaponizing the human body was the biggest innovation since air power, but the engineers that got to make these kids, for whatever reason, didn't say no.
Regis,
You could say I knew him too well, inside and out. That is what bothers me.
Hero set.
Any luck with the Mindjacker's airship?
Still nothing. Like I said, it just vanished.
And Central still claims there wasn't anything there at all.
But we saw it, Regis.
Exactly. Something's not right.
Central.
I wonder if Central's hiding something.
Why do you hate Central, Charlie?
What? I don't hate Central.
You're always arguing with it. I've seen you sabotage more cameras than anyone. It does so much for Newton. The city runs like a well-oiled machine.
Maybe, but I think it's working in inappropriate areas.
What would count as inappropriate for a city coordinator?
Like this. Fundamentally, policing is a human matter. Machines and synthetics don't commit crimes. I don't expect them to be able to understand how perpetrators think and act.
So, you're old-fashioned. You'd rather not talk about it. Maybe later?
Keep at it, Max.
Can do, Regis.
So we got access to the apartment now?
Gail, you in here? Oh, excuse us, miss. I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We're cell agents. Miss, are you all right?
Regis, this is a synth. The look on your face is priceless. It's a very expensive one, but it's still a synth. And apparently out of charge.
Something else about it bothers me more.
I know. I sure hope that isn't blood. That's a very expensive synth they've got for a house girl.
Jealous?
She's not my type. What do you think they use her for?
They may be married, but I wouldn't put it past them using her for other things than cleaning. There's a product marker on its back. S&S Synthetics.
They're not showing up on a net search. Maybe Vanderwall has more info on his terminal?
Good idea. We can see if we can get their help in extracting more from this machine.
See? I'm not just a pretty face.
Okay. Let's,
Hello?
I think I know what's wrong with it.
Got a refrigerator, we got a food machine. There's a terminal. Drinks machine. There's a wine rack. Got some sort of holographic art. Another example of questionable art hangs from the ceiling. And we got the stairs to the upstairs bedroom. Let's head up the stairs first.
Jesus Christ.
What the hell happened in here? Did someone get to Vanderwall before he could talk?
Maybe it's a domestic gone bad?
The blackmailers said nothing about this. Possibly didn't even expect this themselves. Still, you need to find what they demanded before the whole apartment is picked apart by forensic drones.
We should check around first.
What?
We need to get a look at it ourselves, before the crime scene people wreck it.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. Central's already going to be pretty mad at us for the station.
I think the result you got will make up for that. If we do this, we can salvage any leads we find here.
The bomber.
I agree. We save the life and stop the bombing. I think Central will cut us enough slack.
Okay. Let's take a look at the photo. Old-fashioned chemical photograph, and its silver portrait sits by the bed. Picked up the photograph. Photograph of two men, a younger Giel and Dakari Vanderwall, by an urban river. In the background, the Eiffel Tower is dwarfed by the looming glass skyscrapers. Okay. Back of the photograph has a note written by hand. The wedding, August 2071. Body parts.
It's like they had an industrial accident.
In the bedroom?
Picked up hand? What?
Gil Vanderwall's cold, dead hand.
Okay. It's kind of weird that you picked that up.
There's something at the bottom of the pool. A pistol?
Our murder weapon?
One of them, maybe. It's too deep to reach.
Not without severely contaminating the crime scene anyway.
Art.
I have no idea who that's supposed to be.
Shall I trance it for you?
There's no such thing as comfortable ignorance anymore, is there?
Huh? You old people are weird.
I don't think I can justify taking that. I think I'm carrying as much of Vanderwall around as I want to.
Why you're carrying him around in the first place is just odd to me, but okay. Control pod. More body parts. There's the jacuzzi. Sits at the corner of the room. You wonder what kind of man needs to have a pool quite so readily available at all times.
I can just about make out a pistol at the bottom through the mess.
Careful how you get it out, though. You're the one who's always lecturing me about contaminating crime scenes with DNA, after all.
Okay. There's a body.
I can just about make it.
Careful. You're the one.
That's about all I can do here. Let's go ahead and press this. The system floor drobe storage control. General error. Please ensure there are no obstructions to the opening of THC system's floor drobe and try again. Is there like an alt system that shows you where the points of interest are? It's just like body parts everywhere and that's it? Just want to make sure. Oh, there's a coat hanger. After a couple of tugs, the hanger comes loose. So that seems to be what was jamming the thing. Let's use...
I think that I'd lose anything that goes in there, like that pistol.
Okay. Try pressing that again. There she goes.
See anything interesting?
There's an empty gun rack in here. Ammunition, maintenance tools, cleaning spray, but no gun.
In their closet?
Maybe it's their outdoor gear. There's fishing equipment in here as well.
Are you taking stuff again?
It might be useful. Call it a hunch.
Alright, so he's going to use the fishing rod in the jacuzzi?
Nothing biting?
There's nothing on the end of the line. No way I can hook that pistol.
Ah, so if we combine these two...
Now it's got one enormous hook.
And then we use a fishing rod on the jacuzzi.
Nothing biting?
The hook sinks, but I can't catch that pistol at the bottom.
Okay. That would make very good bait. Huh. Well, is there anything else around here? I can't see anything else. Let me take a look at the thing again.
See anything interesting?
There's an empty gun rack in here. Ammunition.
So that seems to be it. So let's go back downstairs. And we'll use the terminal. What was the year of their birth? 2071? What's forgotten? Our special place. Incorrect. 2. August 2071. One is August. Zero 08 2071. It's not displaying numbers. Oh, biometric, no data found.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Weird. Uh, 0871? Incorrect. Anything in the refrigerator?
Is this refrigerator locked? Who the hell locks a refrigerator?
Maybe they've got really expensive tastes? Although, they've got the food machine as well. Perhaps they've got something else in there.
Hi, I'm Chefy. What can I get for you?
What are you?
What are you?
I'm Chefy, your friendly food helper.
All right, what's this machine you come in?
This masterpiece is the THE Food Gourmand Range Comestible Synthesizer. It's the best thing since sliced bread, which it even makes.
Sounds like it's trying too hard to be helpful.
I like helping. Helping is fun.
So when do you think you could get away from Shaffy? What can you make?
What's on the menu?
If you're feeling peckish, I could whip up some quail's eggs and white wine sauce. Or how about some nice tarte à l'orange?
Sounds better than what mine can do.
Or if you want some of Mr. Gill's favorite, I can always make toaster pastries.
I think I've got one of you at home.
What's the difference between you and the one I've got at home? The J115.
Oh, I'm much newer. My dynamic protein stereolithography system means I can make nearly anything. I've got so much more flavor treatment. I can make just about any taste you desire.
What if I wanted some of that protein slop that mine makes?
Ugh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. But how about some truffles?
It's a snob, then.
How expensive are you?
How much did you set the Vanderwalls back then?
I'm only 410,000 quanta from all good retailers.
That's more than I make in a year.
These people can apparently afford the finer things. Can you make beef fajitas?
Good choice.
How would you know? You never have to eat it.
I think I need to get me one of this model. Can you make Texas strip dumplings?
The best.
My grandma would contest that. Can you make barbecue brisket?
Sure can. American style.
That'll do.
Extra sauce.
You bet.
Protein complex A or B.
Pardon?
What protein complex do you want me to make the meat out of?
Beef?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have any real beef.
Can you make East Texas onion pudding?
Definitely. What kind of onion would you like?
What do you have?
I've got bold, Montpellier, sweet, Welsh, leek, yellow, Cipolla rosa, Cephalota nocerino, green, or spring.
Vanderwall sure liked his onions.
I've got as many kinds of allium cepa as you could want.
Can you make Texas gumbo?
Of course.
Looking for a taste of home?
I've never found anywhere here that can do good gumbo. Can you make
Yang Chun Mian?
Ni Jiron Fan Ma?
Shiwan. Ni yu mei by Pinkeoa?
You may you.
Okay, I'm sold.
Can you make
Yang Chun Mian?
Ni Jiron Fan Ma?
Shiwan. Ni yu mei by Pinkeoa?
You may you.
Okay, I'm sold.
That's enough.
Never mind.
Bye.
Alright. So how do I open the refrigerator? Can I just shoot it open?
That's not going to get it open.
Wine rack.
They've got a refined taste in wines, I imagine.
Actually, no. They're all either a couple of years old or fabricated.
Weird. Maybe they're doing something to the wine.
Like what?
Well, say they were also adding amphetamines to it, for example. If they accidentally ruined it, it'd be better if it was a cheaper wine. They've got a refined taste.
Actually, they're all
weird.
Like what?
Well, if they...
Drinks machine?
Howdy, partner. What can I get y'all?
The usual.
Vodka. On the rocks. Twist of lime.
Regis?
Fine. Make it 2. What do you do here, then?
Why, I'm the bartender. I fix up drinks for the fine folk who live here.
Anything else?
Anything else? Heck, drinks is a whole lot of stuff to know. Why, I'm the foremost expert on fine drinking in these here parts.
So, if anyone wanted to know what to put into a drink...
They'd come to me, sure as shooting.
What's happened here?
There's been a bit of an incident. You don't happen to have seen what went on.
Hey, mister. I don't just go blabbing my customers' secrets like that.
He's bluffing. He never saw anything. You're just bitter you never left that wall.
Hey, it's a fine job I have here. I ain't seen nothing since Mr. Vanderwall got his wine out of the rack this evening.
Okay.
I'll speak to you later.
I'll keep your tab open.
So Vanderwall got wine out of a rack. There's the maid. Can I do anything on here? Let's talk to Lau.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Synthetic maid.
Any idea what's wrong with the maid?
I couldn't even get a return signal out of it. My guess would be that it's run out of power.
Any way we can fix that?
It's supposed to charge itself, but apparently it hasn't managed to do that.
How? We can't haul that thing to a socket.
We'll have to charge the power cell itself. In a platform like that, the cell's usually in the upper torso, about where the heart would be.
You reckon that'd be easier to charge?
It's only about as big as your fist. Just have to get it out of her.
Okay.
Any idea what's wrong with the maid?
I couldn't even get a return signal. In a platform.
You reckon that...
It's only about...
Okay, pistol.
What do you make of the pistol in the pool?
Could be linked to the case. Perhaps a murder weapon? Going to wait for forensics to recover it?
Might be better to get it ourselves. It could be useful.
Well, I'm not going fishing around in there for it. You may be my boss, but there are limits.
Refrigerator.
Why do you think someone would lock their refrigerator?
Same reason you'd lock anything else. Something valuable inside it?
But what?
Some people keep wetware at low temperatures to stop GGs.
And GGs are...
Oh, gray goo. Catastrophic exponential reproduction. Under certain conditions, the fabricators and the wetware make more of themselves.
And low temperatures prevent that.
Not really, but higher temperatures definitely accelerate the growth. People like to think they're in control, though.
About the terminal.
The terminal built into the piano must be older than I am.
It's a virginal, not a piano. It's more like a harpsichord.
Like I said, it's less impressive you know that when you can run a search in your head. I tried using Vanderwall's hand on the biometric security, but it didn't work.
Maybe because it's dead?
How would an old terminal like that know?
How do you check if someone's alive?
with the scanner in my traveler.
Ugh, if you had to do it by hand.
Oh. It would need a pulse. The apartment.
What do you think of the apartment?
Expensive and tasteless. I'm not keen on the decor either.
You mean the blood splatter?
No, the actual decor. I tranced an interview. Said his husband decorated it all. Apparently, this is just their city place. They've got a much larger house out in the savannah.
So he let Dakari run riot with the design here.
Apparently. He should have stuck to swimming.
Keep at it, Max.
Can do, Regis.
Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can get the power core out of the maid.
I think I know what's wrong with it.
Hey, Mac.
What's up?
Any idea what's
I couldn't even get... My guess would be that it's run...
Any way we can...
It's supposed to charge itself, but apparently it...
How? We can't haul that...
We'll have to charge the power cell. It's in a platform like that. The cell's usually in the upper torso, about where the...
You reckon that'd be easier?
It's only about as big as your fist.
Keep at it.
Can do.
Okay.
Hello?
In the torso, where the
Hello?
heart is. So I can't seem to get at the maid's power cell. Which is odd, unless I need another power cell. I mean, there was a machine outside. Maybe I could use its power cell?
Nah, my apartment built...
There's a dock. Floating sculpture.
You've never struck me as much of an art lover.
I'm not so keen on this kind of thing. The mag coil keeping it floating, however.
Ah. Okay, so it looks like we've received a magnet, which
There,
you can...
a magnet at the end of a fish.
For catching submarines?
So now we should be able to go get the pistol that's at the bottom of the Lake of Blood. Alright. Let's, good time to save, too. I haven't saved in a bit. Use a fishing rod on the jacuzzi. See what we got here.
Got it.
The murder weapon?
One of them, anyway. Why is it in the jacuzzi, though?
What we really need is a witness.
Alright. So the pistol.
Vanderwall's antique semi-automatic pistol. Probably not listed on the city's firearms register. He can't use that anymore. What do you make of this?
It's a century-old Chinese copy of a 176-year-old U.S. handgun. It'll have escaped registration by being classed as an antique rather than a weapon.
I don't think it needs to be shocked into submission. I think that I'd lose anything that goes in there, like that pistol.
Give it to laugh.
What do you make of this?
Is that Gil Vanderwall's hand? Why the hell did you pick that up?
I thought it might be useful.
As what, a snack? Since when do we collect body parts?
What do you make of this?
Aw, that's sweet. Must have been an expensive wedding. I don't know many people who could book the Notre Dame Cathedral for it.
What do you make of this?
They'd have to go all the way out to the savannah to find anywhere to fish around here.
So their special place. The wedding, August 2071. Photograph of two men, a younger Gil and Bakari Vanderwall. By an urban river in the background, the Eiffel Tower's dwarf and looming skyscrapers. August 2071. There's just body parts everywhere. That's all I can find. I think that's all I can find for these particular So August is the 8th. 082071. 0871. Our special place. Okay.
Never mind.
Bye!
So, I don't see anything else. Maybe there's something else I need to be getting from the outside.
What do you make of this, Max?
My parents' old bot used to spend much more time in the charger than doing its job. I kept telling them to get a new one, but they never like to spend until they have to.
This is Regis. Come in, Central.
Central standing by.
Situations change.
Case update to report.
Hey, I thought we weren't telling Central yet.
Subject and spouse found dead in apartment. Request that you hold off on crime scene team until we complete a preliminary.
Unable to comply. Specialists are being allocated and dispatched.
Oh, come on. This is our...
Please return.
Listen, not in... Regis out.
So, I think I'm gonna load that, because I don't think I needed to tell Central yet. I was gonna use the fishing rod on the jacuzzi.
Got it.
The murder, what we really need?
What do you make of this?
It's a century-old Chinese copy of a 176-year-old U.S. handgun. It'll have escaped registration by being classed as an antique rather than a weapon.
Hey, Mac.
What's up?
Any idea?
I couldn't even get a my guess would be...
Anyway.
It's supposed to...
How?
In a...
You reckon?
It's only...
Terminal.
The terminal.
It's a virginal.
Like I said, it's less... I tried using Vander...
Maybe because...
How would an old...
How do you check?
With the scanner in my Traveler.
Ugh, if you had to do it by hand.
What do you think happened?
The marks...
And the wall.
Maybe we don't...
What do you think?
Or...
Keep at it, man.
Can do,
So calling Central seems to be a bad idea. Considering we don't want to let Central know about the situation over here just yet. Oh, there's cabinets that we haven't explored. Aside from the pipes running to the food machine, the cabinet contains a set of knives and a tube of cooking gel. Hello. Interesting. So cooking gel says that The exothermic wetware gel is used for food preparation. The gel cooks food that it's mixed with, releasing chemical energy as the heat desired temperature breaks down. So I think 98 degrees Fahrenheit is usually the temperature of the human body. We can use that on the hand. The knife we need for the maid.
What are you up to?
Just doing some surgery.
Picked up a power cell. Okay, so now we're gonna get a power cell. And we can charge it over at the unit that's over here. Over at the dock. After a few moments of contact, the gauge on the side of the cell fills. Good. So let's go ahead and save here. And I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to be right back so we can play some more of this. Alright, microphone's back up. Go ahead and hide the BRB scene, and we're going to install the power cell in the maid. first I'm going to crack open this water bottle. So I can hydrate a bit.
CI wetware systems beginning reboot. Beginning recovery from critical failure. Basic input-output executing.
MBR unified bootloader executing kernel.
Kernel executing
SBININIT. Calibrating
CI state with
USD.
Oh, that is better.
Oh. She was French. So am I. Salut, mademoiselle, comment ça va?
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Je m'appelle Chantal. I am Monsieur Gale et Monsieur Dacqueray's maid.
You're a synthetic maid?
Pardon, mademoiselle? I do not understand.
A synth.
Excusez-moi, what is a synth?
It certainly stays in character.
I help the masters with their household things.
And where were you made?
Mademoiselle, I was born in France.
Yeah, because all French people I know run on graphene power cells.
Mr. and Mr. Vanderwall.
What can you tell me about the Vanderwalls?
They are the best employers a young French girl could hope to have.
Are they really?
Quite so, monsieur. So loving. And with such exquisite taste.
Wow, they must have got this one customized for sycophancy.
Do you know anyone who might want to hurt them?
Oh no, monsieur. They are beloved by all.
The crime scene.
What the hell happened upstairs?
How do you mean, monsieur?
The room's recent redecoration. Shades of Geel everywhere.
And the body of Dakari Vanderwall, shot to pieces in the tub. Any opinions on this?
Oh, monsieur, I cannot discuss this. I have been told, most strictly, not to discuss what goes on upstairs.
Even if it includes the double homicide of your owner?
I have my orders. What would Monsieur Gale think if I went against him?
Probably not a great deal anymore.
She doesn't quite seem to get what's happened.
Might not have been written with a comprehension of abstracts like death.
Murders.
2 men have been killed upstairs. There's blood and human remains all over the room, and all over you. If you weren't directly involved, then you're at least a material witness.
I am sorry, monsieur. I cannot say what happens upstairs. Monsieur Gale, he values his privacy greatly.
How about we take you down to cell and manually pull your memory apart?
Regis, it's a synth. Threatening it won't help.
What do you do?
What do you do around here?
I do the cleaning, the cooking, and the shopping.
And that's it?
Monsieur, it would not be proper for me to say.
So you are a sex bot?
Mon Dieu! How dare you infer such a thing?
What do you remember?
What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Monsieur, I remember many things. My memory is holographic. But I have Monsieur Gale's confidence to consider.
Even if Cell requires it?
I cannot simply discuss what happens around here without his permission.
He's certainly paid for loyalty.
Have you had your safety removed?
Have you had your safety protocols removed?
Monsieur?
Would you be able to do anything Mr. Vanderwall told you?
Anything?
Anything.
Monsieur, you should not ask such questions. I am just the maid.
Maybe we can get more sense out of it if we knew who made it. Where did you come from?
Lyons, monsieur.
No, where did you really come from? As in, who put you together?
Monsieur, I do not know what you're trying to imply.
Superuser platform driver detail int 10216A actual update source.
Search S&S Synthetics, City of Newton.
The name's not appearing on the registration list. Maybe Vanderwall has the contact data?
If they can give us an easier way than cracking its skull open.
Why the personality?
Why the hell did they get a synth like this?
Surely you realize, monsieur. All the best maids in the world, they are French.
And the best lovers, I hear.
What are you implying, mademoiselle?
I never had Geel down as quite such a francophile.
I am also very discreet, monsieur. When you care for someone's home, there are a lot of things that you hear.
Or do.
Mademoiselle, such slander. And even if true, I would not say. I have Monsieur Gale's confidence to think of.
That's all.
Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
My pleasure to have helped, monsieur.
Okay, so 2 gel. Thermal control is set for 37 degrees Celsius. Let's apply it to the hand. Hand becomes noticeably warmer. Okay. Let's go ahead and use the hand on this. Biometric security details complete. 0871. Zero 0820 71. Incorrect. Do I have to keep on applying this? I guess I do.
A human hand, covered in thermal gel from the kitchen. It's warm enough that it might almost still be...
Oh, okay. So it's already matched. 0871? 7108? Eight 2071? 8 871.
They have always loved Paris. They are planning to return next summer.
Okay.
Monsieur Gale would be happy to know you have found that. He is always losing things.
Pistol?
You recognize this?
Perhaps, monsieur? But I should not discuss it.
You saw what happened.
Monsieur, I must not speak of what happens in the bedroom. Monsieur Gill has been quite clear.
Talk about taking orders too literally.
Alright. Knife on the maid?
I know you're not keen on modern tech, but that's no reason to take it out on someone else's maid. Go and punch your food machine at home if you really feel like some Luddism.
Oh god, the dialogue in this game's great. Okay. Let's talk to Lau.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Synthetic maid?
That's an expensive synth they've...
It can do all sorts. I tranced a demo. It's probably anatomically accurate, too.
Excuse me?
Well, they won't tell your secrets. You're not going to traumatize them, no matter what you do. So, Mr. and Mr. Vanderwell probably got it to join in once in a while.
But why would...
I forget, you didn't grow up with synthetics.
Keep at it, Max.
Can do, Regis.
That's the exit. There's a terminal. I don't know what that password's supposed to be. So at this point, I kind of forget what it's supposed to be, so I might need to look that up. I got the temperature right. You've got to be kidding me. You can actually use a text interface.
What's up?
Keep at it.
Can do.
That's what I was messing up. Ta-da! So we have a lot of options here. SNS Synthetics.
Stepford and Son, Synthetic Associates. Liam Stepford speaking. Ah, Mr. Vanderwall. I trust everything is satisfactory.
Mr. Stepford, my name is Dr. Charles Regis. I'm a cell agent.
Oh my, yes. How may I help, Dr. Regis?
I'm investigating the death of one of your clients, Giel Vanderwall.
Oh my, yes. That sounds terrible.
Who are you?
We've got your company's name linked to the synthetic in the apartment.
Oh my, yes. A repurposed IL-240 platform running a BN-110187 update cycle. A maid, yes? And a very expensive one it was too, yes?
That looks like the one.
Oh my, yes. He purchased a complete body. Though it looks like he had some afterwork done on it elsewhere, oh yes.
What kind of afterwork?
It looks like the personality was tooled elsewhere, yes. Likely to more particular tastes, yes.
Not something you'd do?
Mr. Regis, this is a family business, oh yes? We simply sell platforms. We cannot be held responsible for alterations thereafter.
Ah, so they sell the actual units. They don't necessarily program it. It's somebody else who does that. Interesting. Tell me about the synth.
What can you tell me about this synth?
Everything up until its point of sale, oh my yes. We recently acquired a number of IL-240 platforms, formerly industrial models. With some cosmetic retooling, they're fit for a great many humanoid roles, oh my yes.
Like housework?
Oh my, yes! Like this platform, we sell many without including a personality. There are a great many legal and ethical restrictions on the sale of AIs within Newton. But if one were to acquire an AI mind state from elsewhere and incorporate it...
It leaves you completely blame-free for whatever's done with it.
Quite so, Dr. Regis. Oh my, yes.
Oh my, yes. It won't cooperate.
We believe this synth to be a material witness, or involved, in a murder.
Oh my, no! How horrific!
It's unwilling to cooperate with us, though. Vanderwall seems to have ordered it to remain silent about certain areas of his home.
Oh my, secrecy is one of many reasons that users opt for non-OEM personalities. If you wish, I could have one of my engineers disassemble its mind state in order to recover memories. This may take several hours, depending upon the algorithm used for laying down synaptic engrams.
I'm afraid time is a critical factor, Mr. Stepford. Is there any way I can do it here?
Oh, there may be. Oh my, yes. I shall transfer you the necessary tool.
So we got a splitter app. What does the splitter do?
What's this splitter for?
CI platform minds are modular, Dr. Regis. Oh my, yes. All are made of 3 components: personality, role, and platform memory. The maid's desire not to tell you likely stems from her personality.
So if she had a different personality...
Something more helpful.
She might tell us what we need to know.
It may not be quite so simple, but that is the foundation of the idea, oh my, yes.
Where would I find other mind state modules?
Any other platform that runs a communicative interface. It is not simply limited to synthetic platforms, oh my, no.
Personality?
What does a personality do in a synth?
The personality determines a great deal of its behavior, oh my, yes. In many cases, it's the most noticeable part of its intelligence. It governs how it may act and how it behaves in its interaction with users.
This one thinks it's a French maid.
Perhaps copied from the mind state of a real example of such.
Roll.
What does the role memory do?
It alters how a platform will perceive a situation, and also acts as a source of knowledge for its job.
How would it be different?
Take, for example, a man in the street. A platform with the role of a sales clerk may see a customer.
A law enforcement unit may see a potential suspect.
Oh my, yes, and the role will furnish it with instructions on how to handle it.
Okay. Platform memory.
What is a platform memory component?
These are the memories that each individual unit has recorded. At simplest, it is often a holographic matrix in which engrams are laid down. Sight, sound, and any other sensors available are stored in here, oh my, yes. Based on its role and personality, a unit may have a different understanding of these memories.
So, it'd perceive it differently depending on how the rest of its mind was built?
Oh my, yes.
Alright, cool.
That's all I need to know for now.
Please don't hesitate to get in contact if you think we can help, oh my, yes.
Alright, so we have 2 additional...
Howdy, partner. What can I get y'all?
What happened here?
I'll
That's
speak
all?
to you. I'll keep your tab.
So here's the mind splitter. So we can use the mind splitter on the drinks machine. So we got a mind state for that. We're going to download the food machine. And we're going to apply the memory splitter to the maid. So memory is going to be the maid. The personality, let's go with the chef, considering the barman was a little bit less cooperative. And let's try the barman for the personality. For the role, I say. Let's go ahead and have a little chat with her now.
Hi!
Hello?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Well, when they get messy, right?
Right.
I clean up the apartment, right?
Right.
And anything else that needs doing around here. I'm here to make everyone happy, whatever it takes.
Jeez, it's like giving amphetamines to a synth.
No wonder they only keep this personality in food machines.
Alright, Mr. and Mr.
What can you
Vanderwall.
tell me about the Vanderwalls?
They're great fun. I like them a lot.
Any other thoughts on them?
I like you guys too. You're fun as well.
Is there anything you don't like?
Nope.
What
can you remember before you ran out of power?
Ooh.
Yes?
I remember something.
What is it?
I'm sorry. The memory module is holographic, but isn't wholly compatible. I need something to help me remember.
You're asking for a bribe?
Oh, Regis.
I just need one of those menmi...
Mnemonics?
Yeah, that's it.
So, something that'd help jog your memory about what happened.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe we could use something from the scene.
Okay. Have you had your safety removed?
Have you had your safety protocols removed?
What's a safety protocol?
It stops you hurting people, or doing things you're not supposed to.
Why would I want to do that? That'd be real mean of me.
Yes, but sometimes there are accidents.
This platform's got nothing like that, but I'm not gonna hurt nobody.
Why the personality?
Why the hell did they get a synth like this?
Everyone needs to eat, right?
With you so far?
So why make it a chore? Food can be fun with so much choice available.
So that's why they made you like that?
Yep, I'm here to help anyone with whatever they need.
Thanks.
Have a real...
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this. There we go. Let's have the memory of the barman with the personality of the maid and the role as a chef.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Hello?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Je m'appelle Chantal. I am Monsieur Gill et Monsieur...
You're a synthetic maid.
Pardon, mademoiselle?
A synth.
Excusez-moi.
It's her.
And where... Yeah.
Thanks.
Ma pla...
So it looks like it's only going to extend to the personality. Let's make her a personality of a barman. Memory of the chef. And the role of a maid.
Hey, y'all.
Hello?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the hired help.
You're a synthetic maid?
I clean up around here. Them boys are messy. Need a woman's touch around here.
Well, this is different.
What can you tell me about the Vanderwalls?
They're a strange pair.
We can tell that from the decor.
They're trying to get away from their connections to organized crime.
You've overheard a bit about this.
Oh, yeah. They've been trying to go legit for years. But with Gil, it was always just one more job.
What do you do around here?
I'm the maid. I clean up around this here dump. I lend a woman's touch to these boys' place.
You don't sound very feminine.
Well, excuse me, but which one of us is wearing a dress?
What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Ain't much to remember. Gil chose another one of those terrible wines. Then he got some stuff out of the fridge and went upstairs. Ain't seen him since. Not much to remember when you're built into a wall.
Except you're not anymore.
Huh. Hey, you're right.
Have you had your safety protocols removed?
Nope.
So, this platform was restricted in terms of what it can do?
Nope.
Huh?
Never had him in the first place.
Must have been a customized personality.
Why the hell did they get us?
Believe it or not, bartenders gotta be pretty smart.
Like a chemist mixed with a therapist.
Then shaken and stirred.
Exactly. People gotta trust their barman to know what he's talking about. How they gonna do that if they don't sound the part?
Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
Y'all come back real soon.
Is there any way to get into the fridge? Maybe with a knife?
That's not going to get it open.
Maybe the hand?
That's not going to...
Alright, let's go back to memory of the maid, personality of the chef, role as a barman. And we're going to go ahead and give her a look at something to remember. Some mnemonics.
Does this ring any bells?
Oh, yeah! It's what Mr. Gill used when we were all up in the bedroom earlier this evening.
You're worrying too much.
You promised me that you'd gotten out of it.
I have. This was merely a favor for an old friend.
And look where it's gotten you.
They were arguing about something. It sounded big.
Don't you think I know what this could mean? You asked me to talk to that damned cell agent, and I agreed. You see what I do for you?
I know. And I knew you'd do the right thing eventually.
It's not just because it's the right thing, or because you asked. It's because of what it would mean to the whole city.
Mr. Gill was grumpy, but not at Mr. Dakari so much. Then he asked for some of his special wine.
Chantel, be a dear. Bring me my wine.
This was the lousy stuff they've got in the wine rack.
To law and order.
Yeah, but he puts extra things in his wine as well.
Ah!
Gil, what's wrong?
It must have been my... What? What is this?
What's what?
Mr. Gill seemed to be real worried about something.
are you?
Gil, what are you doing with that gun?
Stay away. Don't come any closer. Ah! No! Get off me! Chantel!
He sounded like he was in trouble.
Get it out of me!
He kept telling me there was something in him. I asked what he meant.
It's inside me! Get in there and get it out!
And the maid's personality. She'd have done anything he asked.
I didn't find anything, though.
So Vanderwall had a hallucinatory freakout.
Sounds like it was whatever he was putting in the wine. We'd better find out what it was.
Oh, I know! I know everything about drinks. Mr. Gill was buying up cheap wine and using wetware to artificially age it.
Wetware?
Yeah, he kept it in the refrigerator.
Ow! Geez, what is that? Can't you hear it?
What sits in the fridge is a memory module with a strange configuration. Based on what you were told, you're certain that this is what the blackmailer was after.
There! The wetware on the middle shelf. It rapidly ages the wine to how it's wanted.
Not anymore, it doesn't. It's been reprogrammed. That memory module's broadcasting a signal. The wetware in the refrigerator's interpreting it as an order to reformat itself.
So it stopped being a wine aid and ended up a powerful hallucinogen?
Looks that way.
You want me to carry it? You look uncomfortable.
Yeah, something about it hurts.
Hey!
We're heading back to cell. A forensics team will be here in a while. Just don't try to make, cook, or clean anything while we're gone, okay?
I got it!
Autopsy lad, cell command office,
Oh,
T2
we
hours.
found him.
Apparently this is what Central wanted me to see. Why would it do this? I stopped him.
Charlie.
I promised him I could help, and then it did this to him.
Maybe it's trying to hammer home the message. After all, Central didn't ask you to talk him out of it. It said neutralize.
Why would it be so?
Dr. Regis.
You. Soulless. Callous. I promised him!
His euthanasia was a necessary measure. 75% of the captured bombers have attempted self-immolation in custody. The risk of repeating such an action was unacceptable.
He wouldn't have.
Whatever the case may have been, cell command offices are now safe from...
Central?
Uh-oh.
General alarm.
General alarm. Central functions compromised.
Localized E-war attacks detected within heuristic barrier systems. Systems entering siege mode. All personnel equipped for abstract dynamic countermeasures. Please report to action stations. Repeat.
Abstract dynamics to action stations.
Sounds like I'm needed. Remember, no matter what Central says, you've done a great job today.
Okay. So they ended up killing the guy. The reports tell you that he was euthanized shortly after being taken into custody, despite assurances that his death was a product of Central's caution. You can't help but perceive it as a spiteful show of power. You never personally performed an autopsy, but you were sure you need more than your bare hands. You got a memory module, a taser. There's a hologram here.
They've holomapped his bone structure. Years of gene tampering left this kid's bones weakened and warped all around his body. It's a volumetric hologram. Even I know I can't actually grab it.
Okay. Anything else? There's an X-ray.
The X-ray shows I was right. He had the spinal brace for scoliosis. It's a symptom of the genetic adjustments made to his bones.
Autopsy report. Name, Thomas Beckett. Suspect terminated in the process of security actions at Barber's Gate transit station. Okay. He wasn't terminated there. Red Line, Fourth Network. Engaged in behavior deemed threatening to the public welfare. Surgeon's report. It is apparent that the suspect has been subjected to extensive prenatal genetic engineering, though this modification has been seen on a number of occasions. Throughout childhood, the normal deposition of calcium components into the skeleton has been reprogrammed to substitute explosive nitrate compounds, leading to secondary bone disease. Okay. Subject was taken into custody without harm to the public, but has been determined to be a continued danger due to physical composition and risk of relapse into undesirable worldview. Suspect was terminated at 400 hours via barbiturate overdose. Caution: disposal of the remains should be handled with extreme care. The subject can no longer trigger a detonation. Skeletal remains still retain risk of volatility. Handle with care, as previous such cases. Handle with care as previous such cases. Hand X-ray.
It's already been compiled for the report. Apparently, the high quantities of explosives in his bones was giving him joint problems. Poor kid must have been in a lot of pain.
Doesn't look like there's anything else around here, so...
They've been using drones like that for auto or telepresence surgery since I was a kid. Looks like it's finished with the autopsy. It's operated by Central. There isn't anything I can do with it.
Okay. Let's go ahead and head out. Let's head over to our office. What the hell?
Knowing Lau, I can't be certain that her interest in that thing is purely academic. Better not touch it. Lau's probably got her own plans for it.
Alright. Regis's desk.
Huh. I guess I should have turned these over to the evidence locker.
Picked up cooking gel. Kitchen knife. Keel's hand? Terminal. So, is there anything new? That's on the 8th. That's on the 8th. These are on the 9th. What are these? Siege mode enabled. Inbound and outbound electronics communications are suspended. What does this do? No new messages. Anything on the news? Nope. Case file I've already reviewed.
I can't cut that. All gone. Nah, I want to keep that. Nah.
I don't know if I should have destroyed the hand like that. Let's go to the door.
Why would I want to harm him anymore?
Doesn't look like there's anything else to do in here. So we can go to the balcony. Fragments. Some kind of clear smashed remains on the grass.
What the hell is this?
It is what you saw earlier to show you two things. Firstly, it serves to prove what I have in my possession. Second, that you must be very careful what you say when you speak with me.
I have the memory module from Vanderwall's place.
Good. Place it on the bench in your garden.
Okay, the module's in the garden.
Excellent. I'm sending you an address. It's a dump of a studio apartment out in the barrel. The occupant is on vacation. I want you to destroy it.
Excuse me?
Procure an explosive device, plant it within his apartment.
This is too far.
Theft of evidence is one thing, but I cannot, will not destroy an apartment.
Come now, Doctor. What would Viksha think? You're putting pride before the safety, the lives of your children.
How do I know you won't just, like this one, You
don't. This is the best chance you have of their survival in any case. Destroying an unoccupied apartment, that's all I ask.
All right. So we're going to need an explosive device. And the only explosive we know of is over at cell headquarters. So I'm going to go ahead and save on Need a Hand. And I'm going to pause here so I can take care of some business. And I will be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Am I missing something? Anything going on Twitters? Nope. Alright, let's go ahead and head into... Not here. Over here. Body has not had a great deal of examination. You suppose they're being careful about the potentially volatile nature of parts of his body. You make a slice along his thigh and pull his femur loose. Okay. So cooking gel. Put it at the highest temperature. Let's go ahead and save. Cover the bone in hot thermogel. Begins to sizzle and crack the compounds. Prepare for a chain reaction. So let's head over to the apartment. Let's take a look in the lockers. This apartment's occupant keeps their clothes in the lockers beneath the bed. Blueprinted overalls, the kind they issue to the jobless Skonto kids filling this part of the city. Bookshelf. Whoever lives here has a collection of old manga yellowed with age. Apparently they appreciate the classical media as much as yourself. Toilet? Combination toilet sink? Well, at least your place isn't stupid like that. Food machine. This could be a good place to put the bomb. Okay.
Got it.
Meeting of minds.
It'd be an understatement to say it's been a bad day.
No kidding. I sure wouldn't want to be you.
Yeah, I've got a few problems, but I'm not going to let them threaten what I care about any longer.
You say that, but I think you're yellow.
Hey, I've got a plan.
If you're so decisive, why haven't you unfrozen any of those embryos?
It's been 20 years, Regis.
You know who it is, Dr. Regis. There's only one person it could be, isn't there?
You think it's Baxter?
Well, you certainly do.
Good evening, Dr. Regis.
Where are they, you son of a bitch?
I saw your handiwork and was most impressed.
So you'll give them back?
I'm sending you an address. You'll find your reward there.
Wait. Baxter?
Caller found. Baxter Adam, terminal user. Sure enough, the tracker shows the caller's location. The office of the now paroled Dr. Adam Baxter.
How? How is this possible? Traveler, begin recording. Lau, if you're listening to this, well, it means they've caught me. It wouldn't be right if I couldn't explain things to you, though. I've been blackmailed. with the lives of my kids. I traced the calls the blackmailer made. There's only one man who would have done this. And yet, thanks to the neural governor, he's also the only one who never could have. I've got to see that justice is done. Good luck, Max.
Oh, he's got the actual pistol. And he's got the CI splitter for some reason.
It's empty. Out of charge.
Okay. Regis's desk. I've got CI splitter, I have a jolt gun, and I have a pistol. Alright, let's go ahead and head out then.
Hey, Charlie.
That's Dr. Regis, Corpseman.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Regis. Sir, I need your help, Doctor. Rescue brought someone in, but I'm not qualified to take the statement.
I'm very busy, Corpseman. Can't you find Santiago or Lau?
No, sir. They're still in the AR lab, trying to fight off the heuristic attack. It'll only take a second, sir.
Fine.
Oh, thank you, sir. I've been panicking all evening about it. She's in the waiting room at the end here.
Alright. Let's go ahead and have a little chat with our perp. Quincy.
He's always smiling. It annoys me because it means he's obviously not paying attention.
She's just in there, sir.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hey, some service. These flexes are broken. I can't input anything.
That's because they're not flex screens. They're sheets of paper.
Paper? What is this, the Dark Ages?
Hi there, I'm Charlie.
Hi there. My name's Charlie. I work here, and I'm going to see if I can help you. Something like this must be quite unsettling after all.
You could say that. It's not every day something like this happens. Not in meat space, anyway.
Name and stock number?
Can I take your name and SOC number?
Sesame Ladha SN 134244.
That's a nice name. Indian? Sri Lankan?
Dunno. Raised by the city. Why do you care?
My wife was Sri Lankan. She always... Oh, you don't care, do you?
That obvious?
Any aliases? Net, trance, flow, those sorts of things?
Mandala.
Employment status?
What's your employment status?
What do you think? Blue recycled overalls?
So, not currently employed.
Duh.
Perhaps they didn't think you had the right attitude for it.
Health status?
Your health status?
Dunno.
How do you not know that?
Been busy. Only come out to eat.
You're a thrall. Shall I put net addict then?
Put what you want. I don't care.
Where do you live?
The trance.
And where is your physical address?
Well, it was 13E8682 Zeus Street.
Excuse me?
13E8682 Zeus Street?
Why are you here at Cell?
They didn't tell you? Someone cut my network and locked my apartment. I just about managed to crack the door when the whole damn place exploded.
Exploded?
Sure, I didn't like the place, but I didn't do it. Hey, is there a net connection here? I haven't been able to hook up for hours.
Excuse me.
So, can I go?
Corpseman, the girl in there's life may be at risk. Do not let her leave without authorization from myself or Dr. Lau.
Can do, Dr. Regis.
Empty apartment, my ass. That girl was locked in there. That asshole knew what would happen when He wanted her killed. I know what he has against me, but why her as well?
Why is this taking so long? Can I get back in the trance yet?
So I seem to have switched to Mandala. Blue cup.
It's the same kind of thing they'd issue in the Skanto apartments.
Alright, so we got a blue cup. We got some paperwork.
I knew they weren't flex screens. Really?
We got some paperwork. food machine.
It's different from mine. A whole lot older. There's a message on the panel. Insert coin? Whatever that means. It won't bring up the menu. The insert coin message on the screen is in the way.
We have a screen here.
Old-fashioned hollow hardware for everyone who comes in here not wired. It may only show the news, but it must be connected to the net at large.
Latest news. Japan to begin third round of cloning. Following successful initial trials, the Japanese government has approved an expansion of its controversial human cloning program, hailed by many within the Diet as a solution to the predicted population crisis. The next tranche is projected to expand the number of new births via cloning and IVF from 1,500 in the initial groups to over 20,000, according to the Malthus Institute, an NGO committed to measuring population growth patterns. The country's declining birth rates since the end of the 20th century have led to fears of an unsustainable shift towards the older population. Unlike many other nations in the region who have countered similar trends by accepting large numbers of refugees from the global conflict, Japan has steadfastly refused to dilute the culture and essence of the Japanese people by taking in large numbers of displaced, as expressed by ongoing Home Minister Mizuno Morai of the NDF. Processes used involve selection of a suitable zygote after fertilization, which is then split multiple times to produce many embryos. Per fertilization, some have raised concern that the manner in which these candidates are selected and what traits are deemed desirable risk lending to politics of ethno-fascism, while others note that the long-term health effects of such wide-scale cloning on a human population are currently unknown. Despite these objections, the government believes this is the best solution to the looming depopulation crisis, aiming for as much as 40% of the nation's population to be born in this way by 2110, which is like about 30 years from 2087. So 23 years to be precise. Wow. A lot of backstory to this game is what I really like. Okay. We have residue.
My wetware's dried up. All I've got left is the crusty layer stuck to my hands.
Oh. Do we have... There's a trash can
A stainless steel trash can. They probably go through everything guessed they're out.
Let's take a look.
Fixed to the floor.
Alright. There's a water dispenser. We can use a blue cup on the water dispenser. And we'll probably get some...
Everything I can scrape off my hands is in the cup.
So now we got some wetware. And can we use it on the screen?
I can't use it like that.
Can we put the paperwork on the trash can?
As much as I'd like to. There must be something worse I can do to it.
Maybe the paper goes in the cup?
I can't use it like...
Maybe that goes in the trash can?
Better not. I might need it.
Okay. There's a camera. There's a table.
Hey!
What?
Would you mind not doing that?
Doing what? I wasn't doing anything.
I can see you, you know. The camera's there for your own safety.
Fine. I'd better find a way to fix that.
Maybe the paper can hide the,
I can't reach it from here.
Well... Maybe the paper in the water dispenser?
I don't think I can...
No. There's a broken light. We've got an air vent. And we have a food machine.
Doesn't look like it wants to barter. You want this? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
So here I am in the trance, and there doesn't appear to be anything. Anything in the mailbox? Nope. Let's refresh the inbox. Error, unable to connect. Okay, so there's no connection available here. Contact cell officer.
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second.
Who are you?
So, Agent,
Just Corpseman, actually. Quince. What's your name?
Sesame, Latha.
Nice to meet you, Miss Sesame.
Lada.
Pardon my asking, but you were raised by the city, weren't you?
You read that on my file?
Nah, I was too.
No way.
Yeah, we're practically family.
I'm bored.
I've been in here for hours. The guy in the bed isn't much company. What is there to do?
There's the terminal. You can check the news.
Ugh, I can't stand this much of the real world. It's so slow.
I'm sorry. People don't usually spend so long in here. It's just taking a bit longer than usual.
Who was that agent?
Who was that guy who came in?
Oh, Charlie? He's one of the most experienced agents in Cell. A lot of people have trouble getting on with him, but he's just businesslike.
It sounded like he was panicking about something.
I've never thought of him as someone who gets worried. Grumpy a whole lot of the time, sure.
Why can't I get online?
I need to get back in the trance. How can I make a connection?
Sorry, we don't allow trans connections from inside Cell.
What? That's inhuman! I have rights, you know!
Not to an internet connection, you don't.
Come on, I could just hook something up through that terminal.
I'm sorry, but it's for security.
Why am I locked up?
Why are you keeping me in this cell? I haven't done anything.
Oh, this isn't a cell. The cells are only 2 cubic meters.
That's not the point. I didn't break the law.
It's for your own safety. Charlie's asked to make sure you stay here until he gets back.
I don't feel very safe.
City kid.
So, how'd you know I was raised by the city?
It was a guess, but your name was a clue. You ever notice how they always assign kids names from nature? Quince, Sesame. We even had a pomegranate in my center.
Huh. I suppose that's true. Never met any with any cool names, though. No tigers or anything.
Yeah, I don't think they do the extinct ones, though.
How'd you end up working here?
So, how'd you end up working for Cell?
I'm not sure, really. Kinda drifted in. Most of the kids from my center ended up here. Monroe Center, down by the coast, that is. Where'd you grow up?
Taylor, near the lake. Most of us just ended up on Skanto, unemployed.
I'm sorry to hear that. Personally, I think us city kids should stick together. There are so many of us, we'd be a force to be reckoned with.
What's your first name?
So, what's your first name, Mr. Corpseman Quince?
It's Amadi, an Angolan name. Apparently that's where my family came from, but I've been here as long as I can remember. The first names are always from kids' cultural backgrounds. What about Latha? Is that, Indian?
Dunno. Probably. I came with a refugee shipment from the war. You ever feel like exploring your roots?
Not really. I grew up here. Newton is my home.
Yeah. There isn't really much for me in the old country, either. Except thousands of kilometers of radioactive hot zone.
My apartment exploded.
My apartment exploded.
Oh, ouch. Was it a nice place?
Well, no, but that isn't the point.
Accidents like that happen sometimes. At least Cell were able to get you out.
I'm not sure it was an accident. My connection was cut and my doors were locked before it happened.
Who'd want to hurt you, though?
That's just it. I don't know who. I mean, I've pissed people off in net matches sometimes, but this?
I'm hungry.
I'm starving. It's been days since the last time I ate.
And was that because you were deep in the trance?
That's not the point. I couldn't get the food machine in here to work.
Oh yeah, they take tokens. Here, have a few. You'll be able to get yourself something.
Alright.
Is it any good?
What kind of machine do you have at home?
The kind that came in Skanto apartments.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, kind of about that.
you turn the camera off?
Would I be able to get some privacy?
What do you mean?
Well, with that camera, I don't think I can, you know, personal stuff, business.
I'm sorry. I understand how you feel, but I can't cut the camera.
What? That's not fair!
All of the cameras are tied into the centralized network. We can't turn them off, even if we wanted to. It's for your security.
Oh, I see. You're not able to.
Charlie doesn't like it either. He keeps breaking the camera in his office. Central gets real mad at him for that.
Thanks for that.
Anytime. Just call if you need anything.
Alright. So we got a few bits and bobs. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. I haven't seen the need for a hand yet, but tokens might be able to unscrew.
Better not. I might need it.
What about the food machine? Picked up food and metal fork. Okay. So the metal fork can be used. Maybe we can use the food in the plastic
I'd put
cup?
some of it in the cup.
What if we use the plastic cup?
Prying it open with a fork won't help.
No. Maybe we can give it to this guy?
You want this? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking. I can't use it like... I can't use... I may not be 100% clear on paper, but I don't think that's how it works. That sure won't make it taste any better. Prying it open with a fork... I may not be 100...
Okay.
Better not. I might need it. I can't reach it from here. Better not. I don't think I... Prying it open with a fork won't... The fork won't fit in the seams around the edges. If I could find something more precise, though.
Okay, so it looks like I can access the food machine.
Ugh, how much of this slop do I want in my pockets? Doesn't look like it... Doesn't look like... I can't use... A sharp metal eating tool. Better be careful with it. I don't think I...
So we got a trash can, we got a camera, we got... Table base.
The table's screwed into the ground.
Ah.
Hey!
What?
Would you mind not doing that?
Doing what?
I can see you, you know. The camera's there for your own safety.
I'd better find a way to fix that. I can't reach...
So I can't reach the camera. If I talk to this guy. Oh, there's a sheet. I have a sheet.
I can't reach it from here. That sure won't make it take... I've given it a handle made of that plastic rubbery sheet.
Okay.
That sure won't make it take... Prying it open with a... I may not be one... Prying it open...
Wrapped up fork. In the food
The
machine?
fork won't fit in the seams around the edges. If I could find something more precise, though. Better not. I don't... Hello? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking. Huh? Fixed to the floor. A stainless steel... They probably go... That sure won't make... I can't... I can't use... Prying it open... That sure won't make it. Prying it... I may not be one... Prying it open... I can't... That sure... I can't... As...
Hey!
What?
Would you mind?
Doing what?
I can. The camera's there.
I'd better find... Doesn't look like it... I can't...
Hey!
What?
Would you...
Doing what?
I can't. The camera...
I'd better... I could probably pop it open if I could reach it properly.
How can I reach it properly? So water dispenser, camera. There's a table base. There's that stool that doesn't give me anything in terms of location. Tokens. You could try
It doesn't take...
using it on...
I don't think I can... Better not. I can't reach it from here. I could probably pop it open if I could reach it properly. Better not. Better not. It's already full. I can't use it like that. Doesn't look like it wants... You want this? Huh.
What about coins?
You want this? Huh. I'm not giving it back.
Okay.
You want this? Huh.
So I don't really expect anything to be in here. It's just that it's like one of the options that I haven't really verified. Alright, so I can't download that again. Let's go ahead and disconnect.
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second.
See if there's anything else I can get from...
Thanks for that.
Anytime. Just call if you need anything.
Okay.
I can't reach it from here. I can't reach...
Okay.
Prying it open with a fork won't help. I can't use... You want this? Huh.
Hey!
What? Doing what?
I can't... The camera's...
I'd better... I don't think I... Better not.
There we go.
Hey, what did you do? I've lost the feed from the camera.
Jeez, Charlie's gonna kill me. Why did you do that?
I like my privacy.
Just don't do anything stupid, okay? Please.
Alright, so we solved that little puzzle. Never thought of, like, actually just chucking food on it.
There. The table has been freed.
Alright, and if we move the table...
It's broken, but I can't pull it off by hand.
Ah, this is why we need the fork. Broken light.
Ah! Ouch! I've already got it open. Anything else and I'll probably burn down the building.
Okay. So... sheet, maybe?
I can't use it like that. It looks like a fire hazard. It's spitting sparks everywhere.
Okay. Food?
I can't use it.
Paper.
This kind of sums up my feelings about paperwork. I think it looks better without this.
Let's go ahead and put the flaming paperwork into the trash can.
I guess that's sorta safer. Let's see if this works.
80
Easy.
minutes later.
Nothing stands between me and my trance.
So I have some wetware now. Cool. So I can pull the table some more, I guess. Then we can go up on the table. We can open the
I can
camera.
reach it, but I'm going to need something to get it open.
The fork, maybe?
I'm going to need something. Otherwise, I might as well just smash the whole thing.
Something more precise. Tokens?
It doesn't take
Sheet?
I can't use it like that. I can reach it, but I'm going to need something to get it open with.
Something to get it open with. I don't see any options to get it open with. So
I think it looks better with.
let's try getting down.
I think it looks.
Can we use the wetware on the screen?
Got it. I can feel the net on the other side.
Connect to the info wall.
Ahlan wa salam.
Hi? I'm looking for the internet. Are you tapping the line as well?
Indeed I am, except we appear to be doing it from opposite directions.
Who are you?
You're a hacker.
That sounds so crude.
The sort who prefers to be called an adventurer?
I'm merely a concerned citizen. You can call me Jinsel.
I'm Mandela.
What is a simulation?
This looks a lot like the kind of place I used to live.
It ought to. It was right above your own. In fact, we're trying to reconstruct the data from moments before the blast.
You know where I live?
We wouldn't be taking our responsibilities seriously if we didn't. We also know that it appears you've been targeted deliberately. These are shots we've been able to recover of the man who planted the bomb.
That's the guy I spoke to.
You know him?
Yeah, he's the cell agent who interviewed me. He left like an hour ago.
The explosion.
Why do you think it was me they were aiming for?
We hear things. We're also aware that prior to the blast, you were trapped.
Yeah, someone cut my connection and locked the door.
It would appear that you were being kept in place until the bomb was planted.
They probably could have just done it. I'd have been in trance for hours.
They had to be certain. But now that you've escaped, it appears that your life is still at risk.
That cell agent.
Why would a cell agent be trying to kill me?
Often, Central's plots are unclear. This, however, is too direct and destructive for how Cell works.
You think it's personal, then?
In any case, he knows where you are and that you survived.
He's also got me trapped in one place again.
Then it's imperative that we help you to escape. Our agent may be able to help you with that. He is close at hand.
Wait, the guy in the cell with me? Blonde pseudo-leather jacket, got the shakes?
That would be Guy, yes. He's acting as one of our relays within Cell.
You think he can help me get out?
We work within our own specialties, and his is Cell. If anyone were able to furnish a means for you to escape, it would be him.
What are you doing?
Looks like a partially built sim.
Indeed, we're using a number of different sources to reconstruct a scene. Cameras, chromatographs, even the charge variances and wiring.
So why are you hooked up to Cell? No offense, but you'd have to be crazy to hack Central.
Fortunately, Central is indisposed. An initial attack appears to have crippled it.
Ah, so lots of opportunists are trying their luck while the security's weak.
Precisely. I was assembling the SIM at the same time when you joined it through an outbound port.
Who do you run with? Collective? A nun?
We're a circle of truth seekers and underground journalists. We go by Jahilia.
Never heard of it. What's it mean?
Well, who controls the media today?
Chishiki? They're the biggest.
Exactly. Chishiki, whose name means knowledge. Except in this knowledge, there's nothing but trivia and lies. So where will people find the truth?
The internet?
On the internet?
No, that's not quite it. Jahilia means ignorance. It's meant to be ironic.
Oh, I see. Even though you are on the internet, trance, that sort of thing, right?
I suppose. Anyhow, that's beside the point.
I'd better disconnect and see if your guy can help me get out.
Bit Tawfiq, I've sent you the location to find us at. I'll be here should you require any further assistance in your escape.
No doubt about it. This is the one who spoke to me. No doubt about it.
Alright. So let's go ahead and disconnect.
Hello? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
Okay. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to save, and I think I'm going to break this session right here, and I'll be continuing this at a later time, so I can complete Technobabylon. It's just that right now I'm feeling hungry, and that's something I need to address. But after I satiate my hunger, maybe I'll play some more. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. But who knows? In any event, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next session.